Guys, it's been an absolutely chaotic day. NFL starts tomorrow. Red Zone has commercials. Stream East is gone. Nikola Jokic just dunked on someone in Eurobasket. And Ben Simmons is considering retiring from basketball.
Oh my gosh.
And all in the day, we bring back an OG series of the channel. That's right. As you can tell by the title and thumbnail, our preseason power rankings are back and better than ever, guys. It's episode 73. How we doing? Oh my God,
Good.
I screwed that up.
We good, man. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Floor Spacer podcast, guys. Listen, I'm excited because I got my Brock Purdy jersey on today. I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
Looking great, feeling great. You got this trash team on your shirt. And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah?
what is that? What even is
Listen.
that? And this guy, the New York Jets, they're going to be nothing this year, man. What do you
Hey, listen,
Listen.
respect my glorious king, Brees Hall.
Yeah, he's
Gotta
a good player.
respect my GOAT.
Listen, the Giants have Russ, Malik Neighbors. We're going to run circles around you and your defense.
Bro, you're chatting because
Dude, I'm
Russell
just-
Wilson's the most washed player in the
Well,
league.
Jackson Dart's coming.
Yeah, but he's not starting, bro.
He's coming
Dude.
soon.
Neighbors is a solid player.
And you see the defense?
It's all right.
Abdul Carter's coming for you.
No. You guys got nothing on the Niners, buddy. Just stop.
Oh, yeah? What happened
Are
to
we
your
playing?
defense?
We're actually playing you guys this year.
I don't know, Gio.
I'm going to the game. Can you come?
sure, Gio. I'll go with
No,
you.
you should actually. That'll be fun.
Yep. And I'll
Giants
leave,
versus
and I'll
Niners.
leave you there.
Okay.
No, yeah, but actually, there was a lot of basketball news today.
Yeah.
There really
Did you
is.
see that
I'm
the
ready.
chat blew up and today we were sending just tweet after tweet?
Even I sent something.
Russ is going to
Dude,
China.
it floored me when Gio sent something in the chat. We're going to talk about it in the next couple segments. Gio sent me something from Twitter. My jaw hit the floor because this man is chronically offline.
Yeah.
So
I actually wasn't on Twitter. One of my cousins sent me that.
Oh, really?
I was like, oh, this is cool. And I'll send it to the
blew his
chat.
cover.
why'd you have to
Yeah.
just destroy
We-
our
I'm sorry.
team
We
like
knew
that?
about
I had to be
it.
honest. I wasn't on Twitter.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We knew about it for the whole morning when we woke up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
fucking
unfortunately, rip to the legends that are Stream East.
Yeah.
We salute.
Finally gone.
We salute.
They've been wanting to shut that website down for years.
I mean, their
been-
Twitter apparently said that they're not shut down, but
Ah.
we'll just have to see. It's a developing
Can I
So-
story.
check? I'm going to check later.
who pulled the plug?
Well, two guys in Egypt got arrested.
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember, this is
Why?
like it's a whole piracy. It's a piracy crime because
Yeah. Really? You
you're running
can't-
an illegal site. Why are you streaming something on NBA League Pass that costs money for free? They also there was something that like they had set up like a money laundering thing that had like $6.2 million in ad revenue over the past year alone.
they had ads on
Wow.
Stream East?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without
Oh,
a
yeah.
doubt. How else are they going to fund it?
Right.
Yeah.
That's why whenever you opened, it would just open a pop-up ad,
Yep.
a new tab, and
Yes.
stuff like that. So
Oh, my God.
it was a humongous sort of thing. But there's so many illegal streaming sites, and
I love Stream East, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss it.
You used it?
Oh, yeah. That's
All
the
right,
only way
dude.
I watched games.
Dude, there was a clip of LeBron James watching Stream East at a basketball game.
Well,
It
listen,
was
we're
insane.
calling the authorities to get Gio right now.
That's
Dude.
crazy. I'm sure you used it too.
I didn't even know it was a thing.
That's because you
That's
have
crazy.
all the
I have all the
subscriptions.
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 I have all the subscriptions. Yeah.
I literally only pay for Peacock. I use his Paramount, and everything else I just use from other people.
Yeah.
Yo, do you have League Pass?
No, I would never buy that.
See, we had a free trial.
We had a free trial for FanDuel
Last
for like
year.
3 months. I don't know if that's gonna happen
Dude.
this year.
Yeah.
We gotta do something about that because I can't watch any games anymore without
Well,
streaming.
you could just use my Peacock account.
could
There's
use
games
NBC.
3 days a week.
Peacock?
Yeah.
Yeah, but NBC, Prime. Don't forget, you can use
I
Prime.
have Prime.
ESPN.
I don't have ESPN.
I have ESPN. I can give you.
Yeah,
my
you
account.
can use
All
ours.
right,
yeah.
bet.
Good. Yeah.
That way I can actually watch games.
Exactly. So
cool.
shout out Stream East. ESPN ruining everything they touch when it comes to Red Zone. You know, the opposite of Midas Touch is ESPN.
Yes.
It's just an unfortunate situation. And comment down below your favorite NBA team. And we just want to see, where you guys are watching
You mean
from.
NFL team?
My fault. Comment down below your favorite NFL team. That's what happens when you do an NBA show. You just kind of get lost
Also,
in the sauce.
another thing I hate is that Scott Hansen's embracing it. Like on Pat McAfee today, he's like,
Who is that?
like
The
host.
Red Zone
He's
host.
like, welcome to 7 hours of like. Come on,
do you,
bro.
do you realize?
like,
Do you realize the money he's making? I would do the same exact thing.
No, like now when you go out to the games and like Red Zone's on, commercials
Commercials.
coming. Like it's
Yeah.
not gonna
That
be.
sucks.
I mean, for me personally, I've never had access to Red Zone, so it really doesn't affect me.
It was the greatest thing ever.
Well, what
Just
about
anywhere near the end zone?
what about like they have the split screen thing where
It's
there's a
both now.
commercial.
There's gonna be ads on the side, and
Uh-huh.
there's gonna be commercial breaks.
full
Yeah.
commercial breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that
Al-
sucks.
Also, Scott Hansen was not able to leave the studio to go pee or anything during those 7 hours.
Oh.
Because he was on all the time.
Okay, that's
So
tough.
he had to eat, pee, and do whatever he did before red zones, and then after he was finally. So that's 8 hours of standing
That sucks.
and not doing anything.
It kind of sucks.
It helps him
does.
too.
Okay, so I'd be happy if I was him.
But ESPN, still common ESPNL. But obviously, if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Get us to 8,000 subs by the beginning of the NBA season, which is in mid-October. If you're on Spotify audio platforms, give us 5 stars, answer the poll, leave a review. Follow our socials down in the description below. Follow our personal ones right here on the screen. Get my guy Giovanni to 1 million Instagram followers. Also, join our Discord server. Pin comment below. It's also in the description. It's on our link tree. That's where you can talk to us. You can do whatever with regard to the NBA. Just keep it appropriate, obviously. Otherwise, we will ban your ass. And we won't feel bad about it, to be honest with you either. But obviously, we have a massive sort of first hour of news we have to get into today. So, guys, do we have anything else to say before we dive right in?
Let's dive.
Go Niners.
Guys, we've had a major shift in what we're going to do in this episode because massive breaking news dropped this morning at the time of recording. We're recording this on, Wednesday the 3rd of September. And this is something that has humongous ramifications if this is all true and if this all sort of like breaks down and everything like that. So we're going to put a tweet on the screen from Pablo Torre Finds Out. So Pablo Torre is like this. He's like a journalist, not a journalist. I really don't even know what to classify him as, but it's an exclusive. It says exclusive. Kawhi Leonard signed a $28 million endorsement deal for a no-show job with a fraudulent tree planting company funded by $50 million from Clippers owner Steve Ballmer, according to documents obtained by Pablo Torre. It was to circumvent the salary cap, a source said, with regards to that.
Okay, wait. Can you explain that in baby terms?
Oh,
for
I
me?
could tell you.
Yeah,
Can you explain it?
So essentially, I have a coworker of mine that is big into sports. So he explained this to me. So if you want to circumvent the cap space, NBA athletes have tons of endorsements. Steve Ballmer had equity or was put money into his tree planting firm. So to save $28 million from the Clippers' pockets, he took $28 million out of the tree planting company to give to Kawhi. So he saved money off of his own cap space.
Right. So that's interesting.
But it was a fraudulent endorsement deal. He didn't do nothing for them.
And this makes this even worse. I'm not going to show the tweet because this person does not deserve the attention. But when the Clippers tweeted back in June on Kawhi's birthday,
Yes.
it says, "Happy birthday, Kawhi. For every comment / retweet at Aspiration," which is the company, or the company in air quotes, will plant 1 tree for Kawhi's birthday. If you click on at Aspiration, it goes to an account with 43 followers without a profile picture. Called
Non-existent.
Yeah, I'm not even going to say the name on the account
Non-existent.
So wait, the company does not exist
anymore.
anymore. It must have been there. It's just, it's a smokescreen.
Yeah.
So where was he getting that money from?
Steve Ballmer.
Straight from his pockets.
Remember when I joked?
Wow.
Remember when
Off the books, basically.
basically.
Yes.
Remember,
That's
Crazy.
remember
Okay.
Antoine, when I jokingly said, I even tweeted this after Brunson took the pay cut from the Knicks. I said he's probably going to get that $113 million under the table.
Oh, you did say that.
Well, another thing that I'm making a pick right now. My fantasy draft's going on. I will say another thing. So this is actually interesting because since this came out, how many other athletes are doing the same thing?
I think a ton.
In the NBA.
And that's where, according to Full Court Pass, there's a quote again from Pablo Torre saying there is a bit of panic at the NBA over the Kawhi Leonard and Clippers allegations. And Kevin O'Connor had posted, like sort of like a court filing document of some sort. And
Yes.
let me just read you the highlighted
Yeah,
portion of it.
yeah,
We'll put it on the screen right now. It says, "For avoidance of doubt, if Leonard is still being paid by the team, but is a member of another NBA organization or has retired, either of those instances shall qualify as a triggering event for termination by company."
Whoa, wait. So can you explain what that means?
So essentially, doesn't that mean that the Clippers have to terminate
Terminate
his
his
contract?
contract.
Yeah.
Terminate Kawhi's?
Yeah.
Oof.
So, yeah. So this is just Pablo Torre, I don't know who he is, but the video on Twitter brings up he got access to court documents. So the Clippers owned $21 million into this company. And then all the way at the bottom, it went in order of how much money they put into it. And at the bottom, it's $7 million. It says KL2 Foundation.
Yeah.
And KL is Kawhi Leonard. 2 is his number. And then under owner, it says Kawhi Leonard. And it was $7 million. So essentially, he lost on $7 million because the company went fraud.
Right.
Yeah. And the Clippers lost $21 million. But that probably would have went to him as well.
I'm also trying to find something regarding. There was something with Joe Smith that happened. I'm looking for it right now. So apparently the Timberwolves did this with Joe Smith. He was the first overall pick, for those that don't know, in the 1995 NBA draft. This guy said when the league got the Wolves for doing this with Joe Smith, they voided his contract and took their next 5 first-round picks.
Wow.
That's right, a whole 5/6 of a Mikal Bridges trade package for that, just to give. So
that was the ramifications for that back then. What do you think the ramifications are now?
this is where my biggest problem with modern-day sports comes into play. Because there are a certain subset of teams and owners and companies that are much richer than the rest, right? They're very strong when it comes to the weak teams. They're very weak when it comes with the strong teams. We see this, Antoine, with the Prem all the time. They gave Everton and Nottingham Forest points deductions for breaking financial play rules, yet they just fined Manchester City, who are owned by the Emiratis, who are obscenely rich out of their ass.
Yeah.
Strong with the weak, weak with the strong.
Interesting.
Yeah.
For all we know, Malik Beasley could be guilty of his gambling thing, but because he's a better player than Jonte Porter, he might get the benefit of the doubt. We don't
Interesting.
know.
Yeah.
But here's where things take an interesting turn of events, because we got a tweet from a wild Mark Cuban.
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
And here we go. Put the tweet on the screen right now. He says, "I'm on Team Ballmer." Wasn't that sweet? He said, "As much as I wish they circumvented the salary cap, first, Steve isn't that dumb. If he did try to feed KL money, as in KL being Kawhi Leonard for those audio listeners, knowing what was at stake for him personally and his team, do you think he would let the company go bankrupt, knowing all creditors would be visible to the world? They got scammed by Aspiration, along with many others, crimes for which they pleaded guilty last week. Scammers do scammy things. They did a $300 million sponsorship deal with the Clippers in 2021. That's a huge deal. The better the team does, the more valuable the sponsorship has. It actually makes perfect sense that they stole money from investors and want the Clippers to succeed. Why not give stolen money to help keep their best players?" And then he attacked Pablo Torre, saying it's sad that he didn't take the time to find out how these scammers pulled it off and everything like that. Wow. And then rightfully, someone quote tweeted Mark Cuban with a news article that essentially said that Dirk Nowitzki took a massive pay cut from the Dallas Mavs back when Mark Cuban was the owner. I think it was like $194 million pay cut.
Wow.
So
wait, what is Mark Cuban saying here?
He's
Can you break that down for us?
He's essentially just defending
The owners.
He's defending
Ballmer.
Steve Ballmer. Yeah.
Okay.
As a former owner.
And he's saying it's bad reporting.
He thinks that they got scammed by Aspiration.
Got it.
Whereas Pablo Torre is saying that Steve Ballmer is deliberately, blatantly, purposefully circumventing the salary cap
Right.
to give Kawhi more money under the table, painting it as an endorsement deal.
Right.
When in reality, that can't be further from the truth.
I got you. Okay.
So it's a major thing here that we're looking at. And as you alluded to before, this could be a common thing. This could be happening with Brunson right now with the New York Knicks.
Yep.
We don't know what's essentially what. So let me ask you this, Gio. Is this a dangerous precedent being set by the NBA? And will there be ramifications from this?
Dude, that's I don't think that's a question I can answer right now because we don't really know, right? We have, what's the reporter's name? Torres?
Pablo Torre.
Pablo Torre. We have his perspective and his view, and then we have Mark Cuban's view on the situation. So they're very conflicting views. Even though we have the same evidence, there's different ways to interpret the evidence. See what I'm saying?
That's correct, yeah.
So it's like right now we can't really come to a conclusion yet on who's wrong and who's right. So I can't really say what the ramifications would be, but I can only guess that if, let's say, Steve Ballmer is in the wrong and there's fraud involved or whatever it is, there has to be consequences. You have to enforce the rules. You have to enforce the law, so to say. And the NBA needs to stand on business for that. You can't just, like you said, Tyler, you can't just be weak on the strong and strong on the weak.
Yep.
You have to enforce the rules if it's the case that, the owners are wrong in this certain situation.
Exactly right. And look, I'm not an expert on this situation. I'm not going to be someone that reads every single word of every page of a court document or any sort of report like that. But Antoine, Legend of Winning is one of the content creators that actually knows his shit. He researches things, everything like this. And he said, too many people are commenting on the Kawhi situation without reading the article or watching the video. It's really bad. So if the NBA doesn't punish the Clippers, I wouldn't be able to take the league serious. Now remember, the Clippers are already under a lawsuit with Kawhi Leonard. Remember the injury thing from last fall?
Oh, wow, yeah.
This is number 2. And James Harden's Houston Restaurant 13 has just been shut down after being $2.2 million behind on freaking rent. So the Clippers are in some sort of crisis. Now, seeing this from Legend of Winning, this seems like a major cause for concern. What do you think the Clippers' punishment should be if this is true? And do you think the NBA will punish them and Kawhi Leonard?
First off, James Harden owns a restaurant.
Not anymore.
Wow. Craziness.
That's where I got the fat suit, bro.
It is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Listen, when this came out, I was shocked because Steve Ballmer is, I feel like, one of the most beloved owners that we've seen in recent memory because he shows passion. He moved out of the Lakers' shadow and built the biggest arena in NBA history. And where's that money coming from? We don't know. We know he's a lot of hedge funds. He has a lot of money in different places. Yeah. Now, this stuff's coming out. How many players on this team are getting endorsement deals for stuff that he owns that is either real or fake? We don't know, but Kawhi was the biggest one. Paul George might have some say in this. What happened with Paul George and the Clippers? We don't know. We need Kawhi to make a statement. I want to know because that's the only.
He's not going to say nothing.
Yeah.
Kawhi never says nothing to begin with. He's definitely not going to talk on this.
It's crazy.
He never will.
Well, the Clippers do deserve. Again, the Clippers are back in the spotlight from Donald Sterling to now the new owner, Steve Ballmer. They can't get out of this ownership circle of just bad juju. I don't know maybe they're a cursed franchise in LA with the Lakers, but something's gonna get handed down. I think this is gonna open up a bigger investigation. To be honest with you, like the sports betting stuff with Jonte Porter.
Right.
We know players are gambling. They just have not been caught yet, in my own opinion.
In your opinion,
I think that's a big thing that's happening. The endorsement stuff is crazy for a tree. Why would Kawhi take a tree planting endorsement in any way, shape, or form if it's not from the owner that gave him his money himself? And again, the Clippers probably should get incremental fines from Adam Silver, I think, in many ways. Draft pick compensation, possibly. It could lead to something with Kawhi's termination because, again, he's never playing on the court. So you're not really losing much.
Insane.
He's
He's
been sitting out for a while. And, again, Kawhi, with this yo-yo endorsement deal for being a no-show, he's already a no-show in basketball. It just continues the trend of him no-showing things. So I think Stephen A said that today on First Take,
unsurprising. Stephen A is not like Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, he said he's been a no-show his whole career, and he just no-showed this endorsement deal.
Yeah, and he's just been a yapper on the couch. So it's like pick a struggle at that point.
But just completely from left field, something that we never thought would happen. But it seems like the NBA gets all of the interesting, juicy stories that ever since we started this podcast that we've ever seen in our lives.
Yeah.
Steve, I need some information on what's going on here, where you're putting your money, what's going on. Hopefully more info comes out.
I mean, I don't think it's anything regarding to him and his businesses. I think this is just a way to be flexible with the salary cap. The new CBA is the cause of this.
Well,
but this could have been a thing back in the
Right.
day. But remember, they had to pay luxury tax if you went over the tax.
I do
Right.
think other players though are getting some endorsement deals from owners that have equity in other places to
for sure.
avoid the salary cap.
Major conflict.
I
of
low
interest.
key think Dolan's doing it with maybe Brunson. Maybe Brunson's getting money from MSG networks.
So-
Maybe he's getting money from the Rangers.
So someone said,
Who knows?
Someone quote tweeted the Brunson contract extension from Woj, and it says when the Kawhi situation leads to Adam Silver checking out other players' situation, and he sees Nick's Lemonade Stand LLC paying Jalen Brunson $20 million a year for 5 years.
Lemonade
No, that's funny.
stand.
That's
No,
funny.
yeah,
They're posting like Kawhi's statement on the situation. It's just a blank screen
yeah.
because he won't say anything.
Brunson is because again talking to my coworker at work, the first thing we brought up after Kawhi is Brunson, and we're both Knicks fans, and he said, well, Brunson might be getting some money from MSG networks under the table, taken out of their money instead of the Knicks money. Could be from the Rangers. The Rangers could be paying for Jalen
No,
Brunson's
the
contract.
Rangers
No,
not
they
paying.
won't.
Because he owns the Rangers. What else does he own?
Oh, does he?
The Rangers and Knicks are MSG together.
okay.
That's why the Rangers.
Interesting.
He could be getting money from Worldwide West
Anything.
in the
really.
front office. You know, he could be getting Rick Brunson's half of his contract for being an assistant coach.
But it's starting to
You know?
make me wonder if the Clippers were really Kawhi Leonard's spot in free agency. I wonder if he either A, wanted to stay in Toronto or if he wanted to go to the Lakers. And Steve Ballmer's deal for him, maybe that's like a sweetener of some sort. It seems like Kawhi is just kind of going where the money is.
Well, the question is, the endorsement deals probably were straight up paid to him right there.
I would imagine so, yeah.
So
how it
that's
works.
explains you get straight cash right away.
Right.
Instead of waiting for your contract to run out with the Lakers or Clippers, you know. Kawhi's situation in LA is like Embiid's, but a lot more interesting in different ways because
Look.
they're both injury-prone players, but Kawhi's been playing or trying to play. Not to discount Embiid, because I'm sure Embiid's trying to play, but we have not seen it. We saw it for 2 games in the USA and the Olympics last year, and he looked phenomenal.
Yeah, I don't know. This really has nothing to do with his play on the court, though. This is just about the money and the contract
Right.
and
I know, but still.
circumventing the cap. That's what it's about. It's not about him being injured and not being on the court. It's just
But this could prevent you from playing because
I mean,
you're already fine.
right, but we don't know if
That's
he is
why.
fine. Remember, the Clippers already have their own lawsuit with the Kawhi medical staff,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's tough. But I don't know. It's a weird situation, very weird situation. I really don't know how to feel about it. But
Yeah, I mean, I would love to know where Pablo Torre got this stuff from because
Honestly,
look,
We don't
Pablo,
know.
we don't even know this guy. Who the
Pablo,
heck is this
Pablo
guy?
Torre was the one that broke down the stuff with Belichick and UNC.
All right, we do know this guy.
He also
Really?
broke down the situation with the NFL Players Association.
Okay, we know
So
this
this guy actuy has a credible track record.
Okay.
the Clippers just made a statement.
Ooh,
they
let's
say
go. We're putting it on the
timing.
screen right now.
Shams just posted the statement on his Twitter account. Go
Wanna
pull
read
it
it?
up.
So here we have the tweet from, or the statement from the Clippers. I'll decide what I want to put on the screen, whether it's from is it on the Clippers' actual like Twitter account, or is it on?
It's on Shams posted it.
Let me see if the Clippers did anything. The Clippers did not. So let me just read you the
It's
tweet.
probably
from
on the
Shams.
website.
So it says the Clippers statement, and quote, neither the Clippers nor Steve Ballmer circumvented the salary cap. The notion that Steve invested in aspiration in order to funnel money to Kawhi Leonard is absurd. Steve invested because Aspiration's co-founders presented themselves as committed to doing right by their customers while protecting the environment. After a long campaign of market manipulation, which defrauded not only Steve, but numerous other investors and sports teams, Aspiration filed for bankruptcy. Its co-founder, Joseph Sandberg, recently pleaded guilty to a $243 million fraud case. Neither Steve nor the Clippers had knowledge of any improper activity by Aspiration or its co-founder until after the government initiated its investigation. Aspiration was a team sponsor for the 2021 to 2023 seasons before defaulting on its contract. There is nothing unusual or untoward about team sponsors doing endorsement deals with players on the same team. Neither Steve nor the Clippers organization had any oversight of Kawhi's independent endorsement agreement with Aspiration. To say otherwise is flat out wrong. The Clippers take NBA compliance extremely seriously, fully respect the league's rules, and welcome its investigation related to Aspiration. The Clippers will also continue to cooperate with law enforcement and its investigation into Aspiration's blatantly fraudulent activities. activity.
Wow.
And I ain't gonna lie, this just sounds like a load of garbage.
You think so?
It really does. Because, I mean, like, doesn't it seem like a conflict of interest to begin with? A company invested by the Clippers owner funneling money to a player that doesn't have to show up at events. That's where I'm like struggling here. It
That
just
is true.
sounds like they're guilty.
I mean, it looks like they have all the information they needed to explain why they are fraudulent now, because $243 million is missing.
Yeah.
So it looks like they have all the facts.
I don't know. What do you think, Gio?
I don't know.
How do you feel about this statement?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say because it's just conflicting statements right now, and we're not going to really get a final answer. You're really going based on who you trust more.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's tough to say, man. I don't know. I don't know right now.
Right,
Give it some time.
The entire comment section is someone said, I ain't reading all that. Throw them in jail and kick the Clippers out of the league. Yeah, just,
Even if they are wrong, let's say Steve Ballmer is wrong, I think his lawyers and that team, the lawyers team, is way too good
right.
for them to
Okay.
get, any legal
So-
trouble,
So I just found a press release for the Attorney's Office of California.
Okay.
So Joseph Sandberg, 46, has been charged with 2 counts of wire fraud. They carry a maximum 20 years in prison. He's expected to enter a guilty plea in the coming weeks. For years, this is a quote from the Justice Department. For years, Joseph Sandberg used his position at aspiration to deceive investors and lenders for his own benefit, causing his victims over $248 million in losses.
What an ass.
So maybe they are right.
Like I said, they could be right, but I just don't believe they are. But like I said, we said with Malik Beasley, like we said with Jonte Porter, it's alleged. Don't sue us. Everything is alleged. Whether it looks sus or not, I just don't see it. I don't see eye to eye here. And
your gut is telling you they're wrong.
the fact that they made that tweet on Kawhi's birthday is so like
Yeah.
That's the weirdest part. Somebody found that tweet.
fishy.
the fact that they promoted this garbage. I feel like pretty early on.
Listen, this article here is from this is from the attorney's office too. So you can find this article. Don't come at me. It's on the attorney general's website.
Right.
There's a lot of things that they did so bad from 2020 till now.
Who, the Clippers?
No, these guys.
I mean, the Clippers have
All
also
the money.
The Clippers have
Aspiration,
also
guys?
the Clippers have also done some pretty
So
bad
much.
things in the past
Yeah, they have.
7 years, like
Yeah.
trading 5 first-round picks in SGA for Paul George and
Yeah,
the
stuff
Donald
like that.
Sterling situations and letting PG walk and all that stuff. And like this, if this is true that they circumvented the salary cap, that is blatant cheating.
Yeah.
For
It's cheating.
sure, for sure.
Because otherwise, the Nuggets would have created their own chicken nugget brand to sign Bruce Brown to a $50 million contract
Right.
to keep him in Denver.
Yeah. Also, like, guys listening, to forget the whole like fraud with these guys going on. This is before Steve knew about the fraud and they had money.
Right.
So Steve is accepting their money and then giving it to Kawhi. So we're backtracking it to this only, not that these guys are complete losers and frauds. And
Correct.
It's back to the before all this came out. Steve accepting this. Also, not gonna lie, a lot of teams get into a lot of sponsorship deals with various companies local to them or international. I'm sure Aspiration is local to Steve Ballmer in Los Angeles, but for us, we don't know a lick of what Aspiration is. We never heard of them before. We're from the other side of the country. We know our sponsors around here for our teams and what they do, local,
Yeah.
non-local, and some sponsors do go down the drain. Their companies, they go bankrupt. This is an example, but now it's catching stick because of why is Kawhi's name tied to this? Why is he getting $7 million from them on the tax creditor list for his foundation? Actually.
Yeah.
So again, and no other players listed because this Paul George was there during this time too. He's not on this list.
I think what makes this really sketchy is that in 2023, the Clippers posted a video on their Twitter saying they partnered with Intuit and Aspiration to host a tree planting event. Kawhi Leonard was absolutely nowhere to be found. So
Wow.
this has serious repercussions in the event that this all forms. We'll obviously keep tabs on this situation as time goes on and stuff like that. We'll know for sure at some point down the line. But I don't know, court systems work really slowly. They still have to investigate all that stuff. But Pablo Torre's got a very credible track record. I think I trust him along these lines.
Yeah, I would.
And we just kind of have to see going forward. So we spent about 25 minutes blabbing on about the situation. I feel like the Clippers just can't escape the controversies. But
This will be updated. There's going to be more stuff coming out.
for sure. And again, just to preface, this happened hours ago. We're not law experts. We're probably saying things that aren't true.
Right.
And just, don't attack us from that end. It's just we're trying to make of what the situation is and trying to get our own interpretations of it.
We are giving you the news. We even though you've seen it, we are giving you our take of it. You guys can look up all the articles yourselves. They are there on the internet. Just type up Kawhi Leonard aspiration. Everything will come up.
Yeah.
Type up Joseph Sandberg. It'll all come up. We're reading it word for word from them. We're not taking anything out of context.
But the last thing I'll say before we move on is circumventing the salary cap, like I said, major repercussions. This could result in a lockout.
Wow.
Because
why?
think
For what
about
reason?
think about it this way: if more teams are doing this, like if Cuban did this with Dirk, if the Knicks are doing this with Jalen Brunson, it's different when you see guys like LeBron took $2 million left, stay under the max so the team can be flexible. That's one thing. But if you're sacrificing $113 million, that's crazy.
Listen, I will pick another point. We've been having a lot of legal trouble in the NBA recently. What's Adam Silver doing with this investigation team that he has in the Board of General's offices? Is there an investigative team that's going through these teams' transactions saying, hey, what is this? But you can't tell, but it's hard.
The NBA set up differently than other. They're not a league; they're an association.
Yeah.
So the teams and owners and players have a lot more power than that of the NFL and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's tough to really gauge.
I think Adam's got to hire a investigative team. There's a lot of legal issues going on in the NBA.
There's a lot, man. It's a big time of transition and change, big TV contracts, new CBA. A lot of stuff's happening. So do we have any final thoughts before we move into the next segment?
Let's move rock.
Into the next segment, guys. We might have some breakthrough with the NBA All-Star Weekend. It was rumored of another change that was going to happen because I think we all can agree last year's sucked. It was quite bad. It was corny. It was unnecessary. It was extra. Not a product that I enjoyed. I really didn't even watch, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no.
So I literally, right before we started recording again, we're postponing shower thoughts to next week because we just got so much to do. We're going to put a tweet on the screen from Shams Charania, and it says, the 2026 NBA All-Star Game format is likely to feature a round-robin tournament consisting of 3 8-player squads of 2 USA teams and 1 world team. NBA and Players Union presented the format to the competition committee on Wednesday, and the response was positive. Now, Shams went on to quote tweet this, and it says, the 2 USA teams and 1 world squad would play each other in a 12-minute per quarter Ryder Cup style games. Governors, team executives, and players discussed the format positively within the competition committee meeting. So, kind of along the lines of what I wanted, like a round robin, except I had the teams as divisions rather than 2 USA, 1 world. Where essentially, for those of you that don't know what the Ryder Cup is, it's a golf tournament. It goes in tandem with the President's Cup, the Ryder's Cup, U.S. golfers versus Europe, and the President's Cup is U.S. versus the world. That's not including Europe. And you're essentially match play. You're going 1v1, 2v2. If you win, you get a point. If you draw, you get a half point. Whoever gets to 14 wins the trophy. Whereas this, it's, whoever scores the most points wins and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. There's more up for grabs, I suppose. And that's kind of that, I suppose. So, Gio, I'll go to you first. What are your thoughts on this proposal?
I love it. I think if you're going to change up anything with the All-Star game, I'm pretty much all for it,
Yeah.
And I was going to say one thing, and this is kind of a little bit off topic, but I was watching this video on Instagram. I was scrolling through. I was doom scrolling like how Anthony does. I was like, let me be like Anthony today and doom scroll.
Yeah.
And so basically I was doom scrolling, and I come upon this video of NBA players playing against each other off-season pickup games. Like they'll go to this random gym and they'll have these pickup games. Dude, they are super competitive in these random pickup games. Why are they not competitive in the All-Star game? I know this is so off topic,
Right.
but I just had to talk about it.
When do you know when those videos were like made? Like, is it in the off
It's
season?
very recent.
But are they in the off season?
Yeah, off season.
Yeah.
That's why. Because think about it this way, right? Let's say you strain your hamstring in July at Rucker Park playing pickup basketball. You know, you're off your feet for a month, but you're still good. You still got a whole season ahead of you. Remember, the All-Star game, a lot of people seem to forget the halfway point's in January. The All-Star weekend is almost 3/4 of the way into the season. So if you get hurt, and let's say it's a 2-month injury, you're either not coming back or you're not 100% when you need to be 100% in the
Right.
playoffs.
You know what? That makes sense. But in the moment, I'm like, why are these dogs going full speed
Yeah.
when it doesn't matter at all? I mean, I guess the All-Star game doesn't matter, but it's like,
It really doesn't. That's the other thing, too.
but like I'm watching them and I'm like seeing these NBA players. Like I saw VJ Edge come out there. I saw a bunch of these guys, new guys and veterans,
Right.
going full 100% speed. And I'm like, in my head at the time, I'm like, these guys are going 100% in a game that nobody's watching.
Yeah.
Right.
And then in the All-Star game where millions of people are watching, they're not trying at all. It was just weird to me to see that, but that makes sense. Your answer makes sense.
Yeah, because like think about it this way: if you want to just go play pickup with the boys, you can.
Yeah.
Most players are on vacation during All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
You get a whole week off of games.
It's true.
And these players have to go there. They have to do the media stuff and practice and then play a game. And
Yeah.
they don't care. That's
Yeah.
really the main thing. It's not really
It's just for fun and games, you know?
basketball's the one sport where it's like they don't care. Because in baseball is the easiest one to be competitive in.
Yeah, no risk for injury.
Exactly. Football, they got rid of the game because it was bad enough as it was. And the NHL, it's kind of, again, the same lines as MLB. It's easy to compete because
Well-
it's just natural hockey competitive spirit.
Right.
Yeah, and they've been bringing back the USA World stuff. For the Four Nations
Exactly.
face-off was last year.
So going back to your question, though,
Yeah.
can you repeat it like in a short way?
Just what are your thoughts on the new format?
Right. I mean, look, man, I like it. Any change, like I said before, any change, I'm all for it. Let's try it out. You know what I mean?
How many more changes will you give it before you take it in the back of the barn?
Dude, keep going.
As
going
many
until it
times?
works.
No, I think USA versus World's the last resort.
I
don't think so.
No, I think there's other options
I
they
don't
could
think so.
resort to.
I think you
Okay.
can definitely look. Think of it this way: in business, if you try things and you fail, you have to try again.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
That's the only way. Like a successful business has failed hundreds of times before it succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
So think of it the same way with the All-Star game. You got to keep on going until you actually find something that works and clicks.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how I think.
You need a proof of concept. You need you need a good theory, good practice, and then you draft the proof of concept, see how the product is in like sort of a test way, and then if it's positive, everyone's on board, then you go through with it. And if it doesn't work, back to the drawing board you go.
Yeah.
There's tons of options they can go through. What are your thoughts, Antoine?
I mean, listen, echo off Geo, excitement. Want to see how it's gonna play out. Of course, 3 teams is interesting because you can have 2 teams playing each other twice. That's
Yeah.
how it works. And then
No.
I guess
You're going to play each team once.
yeah, so twice total.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then you're gonna the winners are the best records are gonna get to the final.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, yeah, it makes it work. So you have a total of like 6 games and then a championship game. No, yeah, I guess right. Am I counting it right? 6 games.
It's just, no, it's only going to be 3 games.
3 games total.
3 games. So let's say the 2 USA teams play, and then they're each going to play the world. 3 games, and
3
then
games
the final.
Okay.
Yes, you're right.
So 4. So
Correct.
since each game's a quarter, the championship game will be the 4th quarter.
Cool.
So it functions like an NBA game.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Got it.
think
Okay,
this is
now
cool.
I'm thinking about that now. It's perfect. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I have no.
I think the fans have to understand the concept.
Yeah, they have to.
'Cause it seems a little complicated.
I don't like it
You don't like it?
'Cause-
Can you explain?
because I came up with such a good idea,
Yeah.
and I just want Adam Silver to just freaking use it.
So the winners of I guess the quarters are going to get advanced to all the way to the 4th to play the world.
Yeah,
Or,
whoever
I guess.
if you lose both your game, whoever loses 2 games
Yeah. Got it.
is out.
Got it. Okay.
So basically, you just need to win a game to
Yeah.
secure your spot, essentially. But we'll have to see. We'll get more information as the time comes. But this, again, it does seem complicated. It's not very
It does.
concise. I'm not a big fan.
It's a start, though.
It's
I'll give him
something
that.
they're trying.
But
That's what I appreciate.
Two, you're only going to get 8 international players in this NBA.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
going
I'm
to
going to
be
list
like,
off the top 8 NBA international
put
players.
it this way. Let's just say everyone's healthy. Nikola Jokic.
Yes.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
Victor Wembanyama.
Yes.
Luka Doncic. Alperen Şengün. Who else? am I missing?
SGA.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
2 more.
Franz Wagner.
Franz Wagner. He could, but I doubt it.
Joel Embiid, if healthy.
He's U.S.
What are they going to classify him
Oh.
as? Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
he would be U.S.
Spicy P.
Yeah, he was an All-Star last year. I mean, yeah, I guess it works.
It's
Who else?
close. Like
It's close.
Han Sang Yang.
Yes.
Okay.
I like that from you. I like
Imagine
that
he's
from
an
you.
All-Star rookie.
Imagine.
impressive.
But I think my biggest issue with this is that the All-Star is going to be like trickier selections. What happens if someone's injured and they can't get 8 international players?
Oh, good point.
Then what happens?
You got to scrub international.
What do you do?
Just get a worse international player to sub.
Bring up Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Imagine. No, get Andrew Nemhard. He's Canadian.
Oh,
Oh,
true.
yeah, and remember.
Like
And
that
he might have a
from you
breakout
too.
season too.
I like that from you
Whoa,
too.
relax, dude.
He might.
No, bring it back.
Okay.
You're here. Bring it back here. Reality.
Reality.
Not unreality. Reality.
Unreality is
Knicks fan.
crazy.
All right.
But-
Knicks fan.
I think for me, it's just they're trying to reinvent the wheel so in a much overcomplicated way that
Yeah.
like last year's was confusing enough.
Yeah.
This year's they just got even more confusing.
Yeah.
I don't think the fans will get behind it.
Yeah.
I don't think the players will get behind it. You're still going to see lazy ass performances on the floor,
Yeah,
and
I agree with that.
that will kind of be that. The dunk contest is still going to be ass.
I think there's going to be a sense of pride in the world versus the U.S.
USA.
I
mean,
think there will be,
There clearly wasn't last year.
Hmm.
That's the problem. They don't care.
but they do care when they get to the fourth quarter though. Like when it gets close.
Not
cares?
really.
If it's close, that's the thing.
There's going to be no
Because the world is definitely a lot better than the U.S.
right.
So that's if it's close. That's what I think. I do think there is some sort of pride when it comes to that. Maybe not enough, but
There's not enough.
There's something.
There's not enough at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I do appreciate them trying though, but I do somewhat agree with you, Tyler. It is a little complicated
yeah,
where it's like it might lose some of the fans that are just tuning in, watching the All-Star game, be like, what the hell is this? And then turn off the TV.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I
get
feel
that.
like East versus West is just the
So
easiest
simple.
thing to do. It's so simple. It works. The viewers casual fans don't want to do extra work.
Yeah.
They just want to watch the damn game.
That's how I feel, honestly.
Exactly. It's the All-Star weekend. I don't like easiest thing you need to do. East versus West. That's it.
You think go back to that?
I think that's what they should either go back to East versus West, use my idea, or just get rid of All-Star weekend. Because
Yeah.
it's honestly so bad.
Yeah.
It's embarrassingly bad.
I enjoy them switching it up every year though. It's
Yeah,
like
I guess
cool.
it-
Like what do they got in the bag this year? You know?
It breaks up the monotony.
Yeah,
But
I think it's cool.
you know,
Something to look forward to. You know, not the same old. You know.
same old, but like
I like different flavors. You know, like sometimes I like vanilla, sometimes I like caramel. You know, chocolate
right
here and there.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but that's essentially the NBA All Star Weekend format. Let us know down in the comments what your thoughts is on that. And guys, do we have any final thoughts before we move in to the next story?
Let's
flow.
rock.
All right, let's get into the next story. Usually we save our retirements for the beginning. However, we had 2 bits of breaking news. Also, by the way, to make it even more controversial, the All Star game will be played at the Intuit Dome.
Oh, wow.
Ramifications.
That's funny.
But let's get into the next story. Usually we save the retirements for the end, but not anymore. I honestly don't know where the tweet is. I'll put the tweet on the screen, but essentially, Nets legend Jeremy Lin.
No, Knicks
As in-
legend.
that is
Nets
so
legend
wrong on
Knicks
so many
legend.
levels.
has retired from basketball. He announced on social media the other day. What a career, man. What a legend. We love Jeremy Lin. Gio,
Sad times.
as a Jeremy Lin stan,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on your favorite player of all time, better than Russell Westbrook? What are your thoughts?
You know what? I think Jeremy Lin had a lot of untapped potential that he didn't get to show the NBA.
Yeah.
But man, are we gonna miss? You know, not gonna miss because he's kind of not been in the NBA the past couple seasons.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but at the same time, it's just like wow, what a career he's had, and the way he kind of like brought more. I want to say more international more Asian players,
Yeah.
gave them more hope and opportunity of getting into the NBA. Because at his time, there wasn't many at all.
Right. Yeah.
But now you're starting to see more. So I think he was like kind of like a pioneer in that sense.
Yeah.
Pioneer in that sense. So I think that's pretty awesome. And don't you just love an underdog story?
Absolutely.
Like, that's just my favorite thing in the world. And the fact that he was just some small little Asian guy, no one expected anything from him.
Out of Harvard.
Huh?
Out of Harvard.
Out of Harvard.
Harvard.
Yeah.
And then he started killing these guys day in and day out when he was in the Knicks, at least.
Yeah.
I just think that's awesome. It's like the best thing to see.
And he has a championship.
Yes.
It just makes it even.
It
much
makes him
more
better than
sweeter.
Russell Westbrook, right?
Yes.
Oh my God,
Let's
hate this.
go. He's
All
gonna
right,
he's
anyway.
gonna hate
Wait,
Jeremy
hold
Lin.
on. It could be a fraudulent one because it was with the Kawhi Raptors.
Okay, buddy.
Ah, yeah, definitely not. I think the Raptors are a much more behaved franchise.
Yes.
Because they don't operate in the United States. That's a whole other rabbit hole.
Uh,
But Antoine, what are your thoughts on the point guard better than Jalen Brunson?
Wow. For 25 games, maybe. Because the whole Knicks run was how long? He started 25 games, played in 35 games that whole year for
That's
us.
why it was called a Linsanity run.
So listen, I remember when this first started, like it was yesterday. I knew it from the beginning.
Okay.
knew
I think this is when I first started watching the Knicks, if not a year before. But this kid came up. Him and Landry Fields had this beautiful handshake.
Stop talking about Landry Fields,
Landry
bro.
Fields is the GOAT.
Okay.
And he just went off. I mean, I remember the 40-point games. I remember the clutch
Against
shots.
Kobe.
I remember the back of the New York Post every day. It was different covers of Linsanity. I remember the jerseys coming out. Everybody was wearing a Lin jersey.
Yeah.
Like, just like that. Came out like the day after, 2 days after.
I low-key won a Lin jersey.
I had one. I had a Lin jersey.
You had a Knicks Lin jersey?
Jersey.
Jersey, okay.
Yeah.
It's fire.
It was probably the best like half of the season in a long time for the Knicks.
I agree.
Didn't he also like look off Kobe for a game winner?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I
Yeah.
remember him mostly for.
The craziest thing is that he left the Knicks that year, went on to go to Houston, played the whole season, 82 games completely.
Yeah.
Still was phenomenal.
He's a dog.
Yeah, he was
And
great,
then
man.
moved on and then kind of just fell off a little bit. Actually, not really. He averaged the most points on the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, but unfortunately, his first game with us, he tore his patella.
Oh, he did.
He was actually a
It-
good player, man.
He missed
I
an
just
entire
noticed
season.
that. It says played one game.
Yeah.
Would he?
Opening night, I think he went to go save a ball that was flying out of bounds, and he tore his patella tendon in his left knee.
And he had 18 points in that game.
Yeah, bro, I literally like that was the first bit of life from the Sean Marks Nets, and like it started well.
Wow.
And then it unfortunately had a sour ending, and then we got D'Lo in the building, and
Yeah.
things kind of took off from there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So
So-
Lin's career ended after the Toronto championship. That was it. So it's been 6 years, almost half a decade.
Yeah, and he was the coach of the team. I think it was the G League team in the All Star game last year.
Oh, really?
So
Well, listen, Lin was a GOAT at Harvard. He had good stats after
Yeah,
his
he's awesome.
freshman year.
Yeah.
And just played his full 4 years there. He led the nation in steals, actually, for 3 of them.
How many?
Or 2 of them.
How many?
Yeah, it was like 2.5 steals a game, I think.
Okay.
It says here.
Not
I
bad.
think if it's in the nation or in his league, the Ivy League,
probably
obviously.
the Ivy League. Yeah, I doubt it was the
but-
nation.
Listen, a legend all around the Knicks building.
Yeah.
We remember him for his crazy haircuts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For a
Especially
few-
later in his
a
career.
year or so, the dreads, the slick back gel hair, then to the ponytail.
Yeah.
But listen, a legend.
Telling you, look, the thing that made Lin great, it was not his athleticism, not his skills. It was really his belief in himself, his confidence in himself.
Absolutely.
Because based on what he has physically, he's like a regular dude.
He's just a guy.
He's a guy. I mean,
He's
he
a
is
guy.
6'3". It's definitely taller than
Yeah.
average. But
Oh, wow.
in the NBA, he's a regular dude. Like maybe even below. But the thing about him is he had the ultimate belief in himself, and he stepped up in Madison Square Garden, in the Garden, where everyone seems to shy away from the light. He shined, bro,
Bro, it's-
because he believed. I'm telling you.
Can I just read you that team in 2011, 2012, though, and how awful it was?
Tell me.
So D'Antoni was coaching. I think that was his last year.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks were 41-25 that season. Mike Woodson took over after. So actually,
did.
Mike Woodson was one that helped. So you have Carmelo.
Yeah.
Tyson is still there. Baron Davis.
It's a good team.
that's a good team.
Baron Davis now on Dancing with the Stars this upcoming season. If you didn't know that.
That's pretty cool.
How is this team awful?
Stop.
I mean, Landry
Yeah.
Fields.
They had Amari start.
Oh my God! Again with the Landry
Landry
Fields.
Fields. Jeremy Lin. Actually, no. Steve. No, this is a pretty good team.
Steve Novak.
Yeah. What,
Steve Novak, Iman Shumpert, J.R. Smith, Amari Stoudemire,
It's a playoff team.
Tony Douglas.
It's a playoff team.
yeah.
Look at Tony Douglas
I'll read you a better stat, Gio.
Yeah.
and Mike Bibby.
From February 6th, 2012 to February 19th, 2012, Jeremy Lin had the most points and assist points in the entire league.
Can you say that one more time?
From February 6th, 2012 to February 19th, he had the most points and assist points in the league, above Steve Nash
Wow.
when he was still in Phoenix, above Darren Williams when he was on the Nets, above LeBron James, above Kevin Durant,
insane.
above that point guard in OKC,
Kobe.
above that point guard in OKC,
No, you're talking about something else.
above Chris Paul, above John Wall, Kyle Lowry on the Rockets was up there,
Yeah.
like above Steph and Kobe. He was impressive,
crazy.
man. And now every time you see someone go on an absolute heater for however long, oh, the Linsanity run, the Pacers Linsanity run came to an end in the finals,
Yup.
stuff like that. So
Gio, I will tell you why the season was bad because the Knicks lost in the first round to the Miami Heat.
Of course.
4-1.
It's the Miami Heat, though.
but the Knicks also suck. So it's like, what's the difference?
No, he's talking about this Knicks team was good.
It
But
was
it's the
good.
Miami Heat with LeBron and
No.
Wade and Bosh. So it's like, what do you want? What do you want?
Yeah, that was the year they won the first ring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
wait.
2012.
Unstoppable that
2012.
year. No one was beating them that year.
No, no one was.
And the Knicks were a solid team. It was just they went.
Oh, they were
First round.
36-30 this year. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they were
They
okay.
were mid.
So, yeah, that's essentially the Jeremy Lin
Yeah.
era comes to an end. Shout out Linsanity.
Shout out to Lin, man.
Shout out
Go.
Jeremy Lin, Role Player Hall of Fame,
Word.
and I guess one of the NBA cult heroes, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So, guys, we have any final questions, comments, concerns before we get into some more Mount Rushmores?
Let's go.
Let's rock.
It is time for the 2025 Floor Spacer Podcast NBA Preseason Power Rankings. We definitely have to try and find a shorter name for that. Maybe we'll find an acronym at some point. But for those of you that are new to the channel, we did this last year where we took 6 episodes and saved sort of the ending of it for, a chance to kind of talk about all 30 NBA teams. Because, we've done episodes during the year where, like before the playoffs, we ranked all the playoff teams based off of how good they'd be, stuff like that. And we kind of thought about doing it this year and doing more tier lists and stuff like that. But we feel like we want to talk about these teams in depth. And I feel like now is the time for us to do that. So this is a 6-part series that you're going to see in the second hour of the show for the next month and a half. This basically leads up to about a week before the season. And then we'll obviously do our season predictions before the season starts, and then we'll get to 80 episodes by then. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It is.
So, obviously, we're going to just go with 5 teams per episode. So, we're starting off with the worst, and then in October, I forgot what day it is, we'll do the top 5. And this year, we have new graphics. We're new and improved. We're back better than ever, like I said in the intro. So, we actually have overlays for every NBA team and their team color. So, this blue and orange you're seeing right now is going to go away for the second half of this show as we kind of like phase through all the teams. So, guys, just before we start, do you have anything you want to input based on how you power ranked these teams and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'll tell you how I did it super quickly.
Yeah, I'd say going into the year, players, injuries, coaches, improvements, subtractions, additions,
Anything of that nature.
anything that year.
I also
Yep.
forgot to add, we all rank the teams individually.
Yeah.
And this is a concurrent ranking combined for the 3 of us.
Yeah.
But in the
Got it.
graphic, you'll see we have the placements for all 3 of us. Some are very similar, some are complete polar opposites. You'll just have to wait and find out to see that.
Yeah.
And that's going to be that. So, guys, are we ready to get into the first team?
Ooh,
Let's go.
let's rock.
We are starting off at the foot of the NBA. In 30th place, we have the Utah Jazz. So obviously, I'm not going to go to the graphic yet because we have another, we have 2 overlays in the colors. So you get to see the light blue and the purple on the screen right now. It looks fire. Hope
It's
you
just
guys
light
love
blue
it.
right now.
Exactly.
Light blue.
It's just a teaser screen for y'all
Okay.
to see.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, I probably should have had the other graphic there for now, so that way you guys could have seen it, but I showed you yesterday, so it's fine. So the Jazz are 30th place. Are we ready to see the information on the Utah Jazz? Here is what we got with
cool.
the Utah Jazz. So obviously coached by Will Hardy. I believe it's his 4th season with the franchise. Obviously going in with their best player being Larry Markkinen. Their biggest add yeah, they made free agency moves here and there, but I do think, and I think Gio, you could probably attest to this, Ace Bailey is, you know, unequivocally their best ad.
Yeah.
I think he's a steal at 5.
Yeah.
Based on how the mock drafts were going and stuff like that. And their biggest loss, they traded John Collins in that deal with the Clippers. Last year, they went 17 and 65. That's incredibly incredible. And as you all can see, we all basically have them in 30th. And we have their projected starting lineup at the bottom of the screen for you audio listeners that can't see. Isaiah Collier at the point, Ace Bailey at the 2, Larry Markin at the 3, George Niang at the 4, and Walker Kessler at the 5. So, Antoine, you are a fan of pretty crappy teams across your lifespan as an NBA fan. Talk about the Utah Jazz.
So going off Utah, this is a team now that is tanking for the long run, but has some really good players that are not rookies. Lauri Markkanen, Walker Kessler, and that's pretty much it. Everyone else is kind of their own draft picks. Will Hardy is there for the long run. Remember, he got that contract extension just before the playoffs started in May of this year.
Yep.
He's there until 2030, 2031. So he's the next 5 years there. So obviously this is a long-term project. So, we see Georges Niang there. Obviously Nurkic was acquired as well. Laurie as well. I think those guys are going to be trade assets during the deadline. They're going to build that value up for all three of them, I feel like.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
That's why Niang, it would be starting. Laurie, of course, is going to be starting regardless. Nurkic may start, depends. I don't know. I think Walker is much better, obviously. Ace is their star for now. In the future, if Laurie goes, point guard is a toss-up. I know Collier is there. I would expect Walter Clayton to take over probably mid-season.
Nah.
Really? You guys think so?
I'm not really...
I think Collier is going to be the starter.
Yeah, because
Or
remember...
even Keontae.
Remember, Walter Clayton was supposed to be like a second-round pick before the tournament run.
Okay.
He's also an older rookie, I'm pretty sure.
Fair.
I forgot about Keontae George. Yeah, I keep forgetting he's still there. He's just so inefficient.
He's very inefficient, but I think he has a lot of potential.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, Collier, too, was supposed to be a top 10 pick 2 years ago, fell to the end of the first. So, yeah, who knows? But then looking at their bench, we're looking for Cody Williams, J-Dub's brother, to take off like J-Dub did, hopefully, this year.
It's a big ask.
Filipowski, great summer league.
Forgot about Filipowski.
Yeah.
And then also we have Taylor Hendricks coming back from his brutal leg injury last year.
Yeah.
That was also a really nice player for them. So, again, there's depth on this team, but it's not proven depth. It is rookie depth, second-year depth, and we have to see the development from the guys they drafted.
Exactly,
Most of the time.
Right.
That's it.
Now, Gio, let me ask you this. Obviously, we all put them at 30th, but for you specifically, what was the main factor for no team being below them? What made them the worst in the NBA for you? Because, obviously they had a bad season. They were the worst record in the league, but their team doesn't look bad on paper.
It doesn't. But the thing is, they have no desire to win. That's what it is. I think the Wizards and everyone else that I place above them has somewhat of a desire to win and build. They don't at all.
Right.
And I feel like that stems from, what's his name, the owner?
No,
Ryan
Not the owner.
Smith.
The GM.
Oh, GM Danny Ainge.
Yes.
Yeah. Because they have a really passionate owner.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about this, I think, a couple weeks ago. Ryan Smith has been sort of escalating
Has he?
the vibe of Salt Lake City sports, right? I mean,
Okay.
obviously, the Jazz, they did their big rebrand after, the former era of Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert didn't work out. They have all these picks. They have all this potential to move up in the world.
Yeah, but when are they going to do it, though?
At some point. Remember, Danny Ainge is a very slow worker. What year did they make that? What year did the Celtics trade KG? And then was it like 2012?
Yes.
So that was Danny Ainge that made that trade when he was working for Boston. They just won their first title last year. So it's a process. Obviously, the Celtics took them a little bit of time, but the Celtics made their first conference finals under that sort of new regime, I believe in 2019. Was that Tatum's first year? So 2019, they made the trade in like 2012, 2013. So based off of this, the Jazz are waiting for that big hit on a draft pick. So give them maybe by the end of the decade, they'll start being good again.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if the Danny Ainge project works. But like I've always jokingly said, the Jazz are a dynasty in the 2030s.
Yeah.
Because when Danny Ainge is ready, he's ready.
Okay.
But I don't know.
All right.
There's like a new era of stockpiling assets.
I don't know. I feel like the Jazz fans are getting a little impatient, you know?
Oh, for
It's
sure.
time to go.
For
Let's
sure.
Let's get it going.
Exactly, yeah. And obviously, he just got the hockey team from Phoenix. And, there's rumors that Salt Lake City's a big hotspot for an MLB expansion team.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah.
Antoine, what about you? Your sort of vibe with the Jazz being the worst.
Just because from last year, their rookies, besides, I guess Filipowski in the summer league now, and I guess Walker, Cody Williams was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Collier looked okay most of the year. Cantor George, again, same thing, bad. Taylor Hendricks got injured. Ace Bailey, let's see what happens this year. Laurie, we're hoping he rebounds, obviously. I think just the emphasis on their draft picks because, again, if you're not going to add through free agency or do anything else, the draft is where you need to build, and that's what Danny Ainge's plan is going to be. So if you're stockpiling on these draft picks, they got to work out. I know Ace fell to them. They were kind of iffy on him, but he can't pass up on him at that fifth pick.
I don't think they had any intention on passing up on him.
No.
Because they were in a good situation regardless. Because let's say Charlotte swapped picks with Washington, and let's say Washington took Ace Bailey at 4, then they got Knuppel at 5,
yeah.
and then they just screwed over Charlotte. So
Exactly.
right. So let me ask you then this follow-up question: will Lauri Markkanen be on this team past Valentine's Day?
That's a no. If I'm being honest, I think he definitely builds that value back up. And he gets shipped. And I think Golden State will be the destination again, like always.
Even though they got rid of their first for Jimmy?
You can move some pieces around.
You could. I think OKC could be the more
That's
likely
insane.
destination.
That's insane.
I hope not, bro.
They have the picks. They have some massive contracts that they have to shed at some point.
I hope not.
San Antonio could be an option. There's tons of teams that have capital that would be willing to do that sort of trade.
But if he does think it up, he's not going anytime soon because you want to trade him at his highest value.
Exactly. Yeah, but Gio, right now, the way we talked about this last week, the way he's hooping in Eurobasket,
He's playing great.
That's
you
true.
might as well trade him now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
The amount
true.
of firsts you can get, I guarantee you, even a team like Miami would be willing to gut assets to get
Well,
him.
in reality, it should have been before a contract extension.
Not
They
necessarily,
should have traded him.
because they were only supposed to get like 2 picks for him
Okay.
from the Warriors. They just didn't want to include pods. But for me putting the Jazz at 30th, I agree. I don't think he'll be on the roster by that point.
Not including pods is crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. It makes absolutely no sense.
Right now, in that current day and age.
Yeah.
But, looking at this roster, it's a lot to work around. A lot of young players, not the greatest vets around. I think now you're just looking at Markkanen building up his value to get moved. They're going to trade Kessler before they pay him, for sure. We know that for a fact. And they'll probably trade him for like 2 more picks.
Yeah, exactly.
But this whole process is just a learning experience for everyone involved, from the players to Will Hardy. And Danny Ainge, I trust him. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to cook. And I think the Jazz will be fine. They just can't keep banking on them getting a top 3 pick because it's just not going to happen anymore with this new lottery.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you have a 14% chance of getting the first pick, but you have a 48% chance of falling out of the top 4 in its entirety. So that's where it's kind of tough, I suppose. But I guess that's essentially the state of the Jazz. There's really I'd ask ceiling, but they're not making the play-in.
These 5 teams at the bottom, we have nothing as of now.
I feel like we should do something if the Jazz somehow make the play-in.
We're going to the playing game.
Yeah, honestly, let's do it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're Salt Lake City bound if the Jazz
That
make
is
the play-in.
crazy.
Salt Lake City is actually a very nice city.
It is
though.
Very nice city, very untapped potential.
Yeah.
So, do we sort of have any other comments, questions we want to
Nothing
add
to say about
regarding
these
Utah?
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Let's rock.
So let's get into team number 29. We're going to change the overlay over to their new colors. We're going to the nation's capital for the Washington Wizards.
Correct.
So the Wizards, obviously, a team that we all were super. I want to show the current overlay that we have on right now.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. So the Wizards, obviously, we all thought they were dog last year. We had them, I think, lowest of the low, bottom barrel, 30th out of everybody. They had a decent season. They obviously brought in pieces. They drafted Alex Sarr 2nd overall, and it was an okay season. And then they just fell out of the top 4, I think having the 2nd worst record in the NBA. So here's the information on the Washington Wizards. Obviously, head coached by Brian Keefe going into year number 2. I'm shocked he's still there, by the way.
Yeah.
Insane work. MVP, I chose Bilal Coulibaly
Wow.
because Jordan Poole's gone. I think Sarr is still a work in progress. And I think McCollum and Middleton are all washed. I just don't really think they're at
I don't
that
have any
level.
issue with Bilal.
I think it should be Sarr.
I think Sarr you could make the argument for Sarr. But I think as far as two-way dominance goes, I think it has to be Coulibaly.
Yeah.
The ad, like I said, you got in CJ McCollum, yes. Trey Johnson at 6 is a
Awesome.
hell of a steal.
Awesome pick.
Incredibly done.
Yes.
And obviously your biggest loss being Mr. Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
I think Trey Johnson should start
He could start,
could.
but
over
right now-
CJ.
over CJ, yes, but you're going to play the vet. He makes the most money. They want to ease Trey Johnson in. So right now, the Bub Carrington, the starting lineup has Bub Carrington at the point, CJ McCollum at the 2, Bilal Coulibaly, Kaishan George, which was an interesting one.
Yeah.
And then Alex Sarr, Gio's favorite player of all time, at the 5. Last year, they were one game better than the Jazz at 18 and 64. Me and Gio have them in 29th, Antoine in 28th. Any reasonings, Antoine, why you're a little bit higher on Washington?
No, because I think I have the Nets 29th.
That is disrespectful, Your Honor.
I think so. Pretty
You probably
sure.
do. We'll find that out in a few minutes.
I just think because the stars, I will say, the stars that they have compared to the Nets is a little more better, per se. Bilal Coulibaly, we know is going to get established pretty soon. Same thing with Sarr. Kaishan George starting is interesting. I don't know why. We hope Bub takes off. I'm a big fan of Bub. And then also their bench is pretty good. I mean, you got Trey Johnson, like we just said.
Yeah.
Hopefully he takes off.
I think he's gonna be good.
Chris Middleton is there. Corey Kispert is there.
Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
He's on the bench.
Forgot about that.
They traded that man for
Yeah.
Carl
That's
Kuzma.
ridiculous.
He's on the bench.
Yes.
And then like they
Insane.
got Cam Whitmore, which we'll see what happens with
Okay,
that.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's
Their
not a bad bench.
other first round pick was Will Riley. Don't know much about him. But Trey's, of course, another good piece to add to this. We're looking, again, similar to these guys. We want the rookies to take off. It's all about the starting 4 here besides C.J. McCollum. We don't care about C.J. McCollum.
He serves an important role, though.
He does. He's a
every,
mentor.
Every group of rookies needs their vet. That was like my biggest gripe. But remember when the Rockets traded Harden? They were awful.
Yeah.
They had no vets on that team.
Yeah.
And you saw they got Jeff Green in the building. That team just automatically
That's it.
got better.
Well, having C.J. and Middleton is huge.
Oh,
Yep.
absolutely.
Both those guys.
And Anthony Gill is still on the team as well.
Wow.
Who that is.
Anthony Gill's been on the team for
You don't know who that is?
He's been on the team for several years.
Really?
Yeah, he's one of those vet voices. Like think of him like Dwight Powell, but with more vocal impact.
Okay, fair.
That's me. My guess the player for you.
Yeah.
Just wait.
He was in that starting 5 at Virginia with Malcolm Brogdon, Joe Harris, Mike Scott.
Okay.
He was their power forward on that team.
All right.
So,
Okay, fair enough.
Gio, talk about the Washington Wizards. Obviously, I know you're really high on Alex Sarr.
Yeah, no, I like Alex Sarr, both defensively and I think offensively. We're going to see a jump on him this season.
Yeah.
I think he's the most athletic center in the league, as
Really?
you guys have seen in the shorts that we have. You know, he's super fast going up and down the court. He gets out in transition really quick. He's super athletic. He can block shots, all that stuff. He has good instincts. Rebounds the ball decently well.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to see a jump, like I said before, in offense. That's why I think he will be the MVP of the team.
Okay.
I think Trey Johnson's going to be amazing in his rookie year. And besides that, I mean,
That's pretty
much it. That's why they're 29th for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like for me, their young core just seems a little bit more established than the Jazz.
Exactly.
Because
Yep.
like the Jazz, you have Larry Markkinen kind of hindering their timeline of development.
Yeah.
So think of a guy like Cody Williams would easily start if he swapped places with Bilal Coulibaly. I don't think Coulibaly would start on the Wizards or on the Jazz because Larry Markkinen's there. You have
Exactly.
to play him. He's an all-star.
Exactly, yeah.
So while I think that the Wizards coach is miles behind
yeah.
Will Hardy,
Yep.
I think the way it's structured, I think they're set up to do something good. And again, I think you could just easily tank again you could easily walk out of next year's draft with Cam Boozer, for example.
Yeah.
And then this team gets interesting.
Exactly.
Now, granted, though, I much would have rather them had Cooper Flag. That way, Kaishan George isn't starting because I just don't believe in him that much.
Yep.
But look, I mean, Coulibaly kind of does the same thing. It's just Cooper Flag is just on a whole other level here. And the same applies to VJ Edgecombe. The same applies to Con Knuppel. The same applies to Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
Really any of those players. But I think for me, the key with Washington is how are they going to utilize their guard rotation? I think that's the most important thing, because they pretty much gave up on the Jordan Poole project pretty quickly.
Yeah, it was fast.
And that was very telling of what they want to do going forward.
Yeah.
Because, look, I mean, looking at it right now, you have Bub Carrington, CJ McCollum, Trey Johnson, and Corey Kispert. That's your guard room. Corey Kispert's not really a point guard. The other three can.
Yep.
So how do you manage those minutes? How are they going to handle the tank? Because we all know they're going to tank. We're not stupid. So that's really what it comes down to for me. And we know there'll be sellers at the deadline. Someone like Chris Middleton could easily get moved if he revitalizes his career off the bench. And you could have a team like Denver, for example, that might need a shooter.
Yeah.
Well, if Middleton looks good, you swap him out with Kaishan George. Get those minutes in. Build the value up.
Well, Kaishan George's
Move
minutes
him.
will come in after the deadline, or whoever's on the bench, because that's what tanking teams do.
Yeah.
You want to just
Sure.
you want to build up all these minutes, and that's why we watched it with the Nets last season.
Yeah.
Drew Timmy wasn't even getting minutes until
Yeah, exactly.
late March, early April.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this will be a somewhat exciting tank, though.
Oh,
Because,
Yeah.
you know, like, sometimes tanking seasons are like, boring. you know,
like the Hinky Sixers. in the
yeah,
early
that was
2000s.
so bad, bro.
Oh my God.
Like, those tanking teams were so bad. But this is, like, more exciting. Like, because Trey Johnson, I think, has insane potential.
Oh, yeah.
There's a few guys on here who are, like, pretty decently good that we can look out for this upcoming season.
And
so
they'll be future pretty good stars, almost all-star. Because I see Sar and
continue.
Koulibaly as all-star
I
potential.
agree.
Oh, for sure.
Agree.
Yeah.
But look, the Jazz and the Wizards, they both have good vets, and they both have sort of tradable assets down the line. Like, obviously with Utah, Markkanen's the big name. On the Wizards, you can definitely expect to see a Corey Kispert flown on the trade market
Yep.
for title
Easily.
contenders. This man is Joe Harris 2.0. You need a shooter, he's there. And he doesn't make that much money either. He signed a pretty team-friendly
Yeah.
contract.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the main instance of what it is. Keep an eye out. They traded for Malachi Branham. That man is underrated.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah.
Good in San Antonio. He dunked on LeBron. If you don't see the video, it's because Rich Paul probably got it off the face of the earth. But that's just how they operate.
Yeah.
But I do think they're comfortably the worst team in the East.
They are.
I don't think it's really a competition. That's why I don't know how you put the Nets below them if that's the case.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
No, the Nets are the worst team, actually, for me. Wait, are
You're
they?
standing on business?
Are they? Did I put the
standing-
Nets as the worst East team?
We'll have to find out in just a
let
few
me
moments.
You
look
might have
back.
put the Hornets, yeah.
Yeah.
I might have put the Hornets.
No, I think you put the Nets. I'm pretty sure you did. I think you did that last year too. Mainly because you just wanted me to get Cooper Flag.
I'm just happy you're standing on business, Anthony.
In it, yeah.
Of course.
So, anyways,
Okay,
move.
yeah. The Nets are next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is team number 29. Any questions, comments, concerns before we move on to team 28?
let's go.
All right, team number 28. We're changing up the overlay. We are going to the best team in the NBA, the Brooklyn Nets. Let's go. Shout out the Brooklyn Nets. Obviously, last season was the first sort of endeavor into the tank. It was very interesting. This team started out really good for absolutely no reason at all.
Yeah.
Players were traded because they were ruining the tank. And then
Who was that?
Dennis Schroeder, Dorian Finney-Smith. I still don't know why we didn't trade Cam Johnson until the offseason, but that's besides the point. And then we sort of started to win more games. We finished, like midway through the eliminated teams. And like I said, all summer, we were going to get the 8th pick, and that's exactly what happened.
Crazy.
So let's find out some stats on the Brooklyn Nets. Coached by Jordi Fernandez. This will be his second season with the team. MVP right now is Michael Porter Jr. because Cam Thomas, we don't know what's happening with the contract. As of right now, he is not on the roster.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wait, so you would have him as the MVP if he was still here?
Oh, for sure.
Really? Okay.
Remember, him with a green light.
Yeah, but MPJ with a green light.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, MPJ with a green light could be good.
Yeah, but what about?
So,
Okay.
if any, I was really debating between him and Claxton.
Okay.
That was who I was deciding between. I just need someone to get a goddamn mic away from Michael Porter Jr.
Oh, yeah.
His PR run has been insanely bad.
It's not doing good right now.
Not doing good right now. Credit to the Denver Nuggets PR team. They must have been going through nightmares.
Right. I mean,
But-
he's usually good with a mic. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But lately, I don't know.
He's
What's
been
going on.
pretty, oof.
He's
been
easily
saying a lot of
influenced
things.
by things, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, he is the key ad because
Of course.
It's Michael Porter Jr., NBA champion. Like, it's impressive enough.
Yeah.
And the loss being Cam Johnson, who had an incredible revival to his career.
Yeah.
We went 26 and 56 last year, so a big increase from the previous two teams. We're in order here. Antoine's got them in 29th. I have them in 28th. Gio, you're the highest on the Brooklyn Nets. I love you for that.
Where do I have them?
27. It's right here.
You're such a loser.
Look, Gio.
Gio, it's right there.
27.
I know. I want to see where I put above.
It's a surprise for the.
No, I
team.
want to know.
Oh, for yourself. Yeah.
So, I know why,
wow.
I know why.
I don't know why I did that.
Yeah.
I know why the 29th, because Cam Thomas is not there.
That's a good point looking back on it
That's
now.
why I did that.
I think I still have it in the back of my mind that he will come back because we saw reports that Jonathan Kuminga is leaning towards taking the $8 million qualifying offer with the Warriors.
That's insane.
Look, at the end of the day, you want to play basketball.
So Cam Thomas is going to do the same thing.
I'm not saying he would. I'm not
And-
saying he wouldn't.
He'll leave next year in FA.
Potentially,
What if Kuminga's getting some money off the books?
Oh, it's true. You know, that's a good
Ooh.
point.
Yeah, it was investigation.
Join Joe Lakeup's lemonade stand.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
you know, like we said, we're still waiting on Cam Thomas, Kuminga, Giddey, Quentin Grimes. All four still not
guys.
signed RFAs.
Exactly.
We don't know what's going on.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Um,
anything.
What do we think about Demon?
Oh,
So,
this is crazy.
Do you want me to go first or do you want to go
You.
first?
Go.
Okay.
You go.
So, I will admit, I was very reactionary during the draft.
Yes.
I was very reactionary.
What do you mean?
I thought he was bad.
Yeah, he said he was
Okay.
bad.
I wasn't
Remember?
happy with it, but like, look, we could have gotten him in 19. It's fine. From what I saw in summer league, I was impressed.
Okay.
Incredible passer, incredible passer, good shooter, a lot better than anything we saw beforehand. Man cannot dribble.
He can't dribble?
He looked like Jaylen Brown with his left hand.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
He needs
Okay.
to tighten it up a little bit. So he might turn into like a Dyson Daniels type offensive player where he's
Okay.
not a point guard and he could be a good shooting guard, but I'm not too sure. But I'm happy with the selection looking back on it now.
Yeah. Fair enough.
He fits the role. We need a point guard.
You kind of have to force yourself to be happy, right?
No, I don't think
No?
so.
You're genuinely happy.
I'm forcing myself why Nick Claxton's still on the team
Okay.
for whatever reason because I feel like his trade value is just tanking even more.
Yeah.
But
Listen, this starting five is interesting from top to bottom.
let me read it for the audio listeners. Yegor Demon at the 1, Terrence Mann at the 2,
Wow.
Michael Porter Jr. at the 3, Noah Clowney at the 4, and Nick Claxton at the 5. Antoine, tell us about the Brooklyn Nets, the best team in New York.
Listen, MPJ could average 40 this year.
Bro,
Craziness.
be serious, bro. I'll tell you what, I am most excited about.
Terrence Mann is why is he still there?
We got him in a trade.
I know, but he's
You think,
Gio's,
why is he still in the NBA?
Gio's not a believer anymore.
Nah, look, on the Clippers, I think maybe he needs a new scenery. Maybe
He was born in Brooklyn.
Oh,
Okay.
fair.
So
I think he might be decent. He might be decent on the Nets.
I think he would.
So
I think
I'm
he'll be
so,
alright.
so looking here. Okay, so Yegor, hopefully again, it's only there's rookie year. We want to see just some progression. Clowney, I want to see some more progression.
We've already seen a lot of that with Clowney.
Hopefully a little more.
We actually have him shooting the ball. I think he shot like 33% from 3 compared to like his
Yeah.
20-something the year prior.
Solid.
Claxton, it's got to get shipped out soon. The bench is interesting. We have Nolan Traore again, another pick. Haywood,
I'm so happy with that pick.
Haywood Highsmith, Zahir Williams, who they re-signed.
Yep.
Day'Ron Sharp again re-signed. The three other draft picks: Danny Wolf, Ben Saroff, Drake Powell, all little kind of unknowns.
They'll be in the G League for most of their time.
Danny Wolf is probably going to be up. I think Saroff and Powell probably will be G League.
All three of them will be mostly G
Really?
League. Yeah.
How about Pet
I
Traore?
think Traore was
Backup?
Traore was like our best rookie in the summer league. He will definitely get minutes.
Yeah.
But Gio, you said you were excited about someone.
Which
Who?
one?
MPJ.
Yeah, that's not who I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah.
But
It's not?
no,
Who'd you think I was gonna say?
Drew Timmy.
Who the heck is that guy?
The-
Drew Timmy was that guy in
The
Gonzaga
center.
that had the mustache. He
mustache.
played with Chet Holmgren and Jalen Suggs that one year.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
He basically got a G League contract with us, hooped his ass off for the
Really?
Long Island Nets, came up and was dominating. He
Really?
was playing obscenely
Yeah.
good basketball.
Who's he play like in the NBA right now?
He's so one of a kind.
Is
I
he?
can't really put
He's a center. He's a scoring center.
yeah.
But like who?
Think
Like
of
a
him,
Davis
think,
scorer
think
or
of him like a less stiff Sabonis.
Yes.
Okay.
That's actually pretty
A
good.
more like movable, like a less stiff Sabonis with the flexibility of like a Giannis. How about that?
Yo,
But
that's a good player.
but he's not at the level of them. I want
Got
to
it.
preface that. I'm a delusional Nets fan, yes,
Yeah.
but it's kind of that. But talk about MPJ.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to see MPJ because I was really low on him last year because he was pretty much putting up stinkers every single game, especially in the playoffs. He was a no-show completely.
Yeah.
If you ask me, he's the reason why the Nuggets lost to the Thunder is because Porter Jr. just wasn't shooting the way he was shooting in the year that they won the championship.
Right.
So it wasn't green whenever he shot it. But I'm excited to see what he's gonna do when when he's the number one option on the team.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see because going back to what you would say in previous episodes, in high school he was the number one option. In
Yeah.
college, number one option.
He averaged 36 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks in high school.
Exactly. So he's definitely capable of doing it. So let's see if he can do it at the NBA level. That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, I
Listen.
think that's kind of the main thing. What you were saying, sorry?
He saved this team. If without him, you're looking at a team with all just rookies, some vets. You finally have a piece now that's exciting. So that's him. So he could take off this year. Hopefully Cam Thomas is back. That's another piece that's exciting.
Yeah, that's my biggest
course.
concern.
But we have to see. You could have 2 exciting pieces instead of 1. So, but regardless, MPJ is going to bring a lot to them. Vet leadership, champion as well to the rookies. Scoring, obviously. Hopefully it's good scoring and not stinking. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to watch the Nets. The rookies look good. MPJ is there. I can actually watch the Nets games maybe for once.
I might watch one Nets game.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I could watch 1 or 2.
I think we have 2 national television games this year. They were
my
playing
God.
Minnesota and Chicago.
If the Knicks have an off day and the Nets trying, I'll put them on.
Oh yeah, for sure. Look, I mean, this lineup, as it currently is constructed, you could either, regardless of whether Mann or Thomas is in there, 4 of the 5 guys are taller than like 6'7", 6'8". That is better than when we used to run out 3-man lineups of Kyrie Irving, Cam Thomas, and Patty Mills.
That's crazy.
I'm like, there should be a rule, like there should be no more than 2 players shorter than me on the floor. Because it just can't happen. We were getting obliterated on the defensive end every single time.
Tyler loves flexing his height.
Oh, I always do, bro. It's great.
That nonstop.
I have to.
6'6", let's go.
No, I'm not 6'8". I'm 6'5".
Same thing.
I guess, yeah. If you want to give me 6'6", I'm fine with that.
You're 6'6" with good posture.
Okay, yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate
I
it.
am way taller than both of you.
Okay, yeah, Cap. But I think for me, it's like, I'm curious to see what we get with MPJ. Because he's either going to turn into Lauri Markkanen or he's going to turn into Nuggets MPJ. So, Antoine just farted for those that probably heard it.
I thought there was like an earthquake going on. I'm so serious. I don't know if you guys saw my face, but I'm like, what's happening?
That's
Like,
crazy.
is the world ending?
It was
And then-
it was the most silent.
It wasn't that silent, bro. My entire couch vibrated like there was an earthquake.
This is
bro.
not your couch, first that's my couch.
Okay. Anyways, back to what you're saying, Tyler. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
back to what we were saying. Look, Michael Porter, it's just, what do you get from him?
Yeah.
Because, yes, we saw what he did in high school, but that was before the back problems. This man had 3 back surgeries. And, he's coming off an injured shoulder. That's why he was bad in the playoffs this past year. He had the thing is, they said it was a sprained AC joint, but he also said he separated his shoulder. So I don't know what to believe with regard to the injury.
Okay.
But he clearly was hindered by it. He couldn't make his shots. But I think that he would have a much easier time if Cam Thomas was on the roster. Because right now, he's really the only offensive threat on the team.
Yeah.
Terrence Mann's allergic to buckets. And
right.
Yegor Demon's a pass-first guard. So, I think Demon and MPJ would work well together. I think it's like sort of like a 2-man game. If Demon can if he could probe the way someone like Halliburton does, oh, dude, that would be so game-changing.
That'd be awesome.
Because a good point guard brings you so far.
Yeah.
In turn, that would also make Cam Thomas's looks way easier.
100%.
So, and looking at the bench guys too, we have a knack for finding diamonds in the rough, like Spencer Dinwiddie, like Joe Harris, like Timothé Luwawu-Cabarrot, guys that we pick
Karis
up off.
LeVert.
Yeah, we drafted him.
Okay.
I'm talking about free agents that we pick up off the scrap heap and they turn into good role players, right? Like Joe Harris made like an $80 million contract from his time with us. And, Zaire Williams is someone that became really good for us last season with the trade, with the Grizzlies. And I think the same thing applies to Haywood Highsmith. He was great with Miami when, for his standards. And I think now he's got a little bit more freedom here. And Day'Ron
see.
Sharp is the most underrated center in the NBA.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. He has
That's a big statement.
He had the
bro.
third highest rebounding percentage in the NBA,
Yeah.
behind
Alright.
Jokic and Wemby.
Fair.
He's a dog on the glass.
Fair.
If we could just keep our centers shooting, I'm happy. Because if everyone will integrate in well. Like we haven't even mentioned Jalen Wilson either, who's always been a bright spot for us over the past year or two.
Yeah.
It's been good. Keon Johnson's back. I'm happy with it. And we'll have to just see how everyone else kind of reincorporates. I don't know what to expect this year. I'm not really. We also got Ricky Council off the scrap heap as well from Philly.
I'm Philly.
So last year I went into the season with expectations of being bad. I'm not going to do that this year because I don't want to set myself up. Whatever happens, happens. I'm at peace with whichever, as long as Cam Thomas is on the roster.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my at peace moment with the Nets. So, do we sort of have any final questions,
Darren.
comments, concerns regarding the Brooklyn Nets? Anything
Nah.
to add?
That's it.
All right.
He was looking up Day'Ron Sharp.
Yeah, I want to see what he looked like. I don't know.
Yeah. They interviewed Roy Williams, the former
Yep.
UNC basketball coach.
When he was there, yeah.
They've had so many players. Even Michael Jordan came through UNC. I don't know if he was coaching him at the time, but he said Day'Ron Sharp is the greatest rebounder UNC's ever had. So
Yeah, I know. He gets a big rebounding number. So
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
I see that.
He said in a press conference too, he's like, I realized I'm just a dog on the glass and I'm just going to be there every single time.
Okay.
So
Fair.
shout out Day Day. I feel like a proud father watching him play. There's just something about him, man. I love Day'Ron. So shout out. You ready to get into team number 27?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're switching up the overlays. And we are heading to, I guess now they're no longer the most controversial team because the Clippers kind of took that over. The Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah.
So obviously they've gone through a big morph over the past half decade.
Yeah.
You draft LaMelo Ball. You get into certain circumstances with certain players. And Michael Jordan in turn sells the team for a couple $1 billion. He's chilling now. And now the team's under new ownership. Last season, they brought in Jeff Peterson, who was the Nets assistant GM for Sean Marks, and you bring in Charles Lee, who was the head associate coach for Joe Mazzulla in Boston. So things are looking up with the Charlotte Hornets. Obviously, last season, they just missed out on the play-in. They weren't particularly that good. They dealt with a lot of injuries and a bunch of trade drama surrounding Mark Williams. So ready to get into the stats on the Charlotte Hornets.
Let's go.
Here we go on the screen. Here they are. So coached, obviously, like I mentioned, Charles Lee. This will be his second season with the franchise. MVP, unequivocally, LaMelo Ball. I don't think it's close.
Yeah.
Their biggest ad, I think it's Con Knuppel. I don't really think
Yeah.
anyone else is an option. Because, obviously, they brought in, what's his face? They brought in Dinwiddie. They brought in Colin Sexton. I thought about that.
Yeah.
They also brought in Pat Connaughton, Mason Plumlee, Nets legend Mason Plumlee, and Spencer Dinwiddie are back. But I think the fourth overall pick from Duke is better.
I agree.
And they lost Mark Williams in their second trade to the Phoenix Suns. So last year went 19-63. Me and Antoine have them in 27th. Gio, you're in 26th with them.
Yeah.
What is the reasoning?
To be honest, I messed up.
Oh.
It's a typo. I
Okay.
meant to put. You'll see later on.
Yeah.
But I meant to put them in this spot and then the other
next
team over there.
Got you.
But honestly, I'm not mad at it though because I do like the Hornets if they're healthy.
Right.
I do like LaMelo Ball. Of course, I'm very high on LaMelo Ball, as you guys know. Brandon Miller, I'm also very high on him. He has insane potential, I think. Paul George potential. Con Knuppel, we don't know.
Paul George like potential. He's literally just Paul George light.
Yeah.
But yeah, before you continue, sorry, I forgot to read the lineup. Projected
Go for
5, LaMelo Ball at the 1, Brandon Miller with the 2, Con Knuppel at the 3, at the 4, and then Moussa Diabate at the 5. So you can continue now.
Yeah, so and then Con Knuppel, don't know much about him. I just know that I don't know.
I will tell you.
What do you want to say about? Because I know you like Con.
Oh my God, I am a Con.
If it's a white shooter, he knows
Fanatic.
everything about them.
Con is a Swiss Army knife. He does it
Okay.
all.
Like
he
what?
rebounds, he passes, he defends, he
How tall is
steals. 6'3", 6'4".
He rebounds.
He
Is he going to be doing that in the NBA?
We'll see.
Okay.
Con Knuppel is 6'5".
5. I was off by an inch. But listen, he does it all. And I'm excited for him. I know Cooper Flag stole the show for Duke, but when he went out in the first couple games of the tournament, Con stepped up big time. They did get eliminated further on, but Con was the two-man game for him. It was a great player to have for Cooper at Duke.
Yeah.
I hope it translates. If you listen to him interview at the Summer League, he is a funny person on the mic.
Cool guy.
Saying so much crap about the players,
Yeah.
the Summer League and how they work. It was just funny stuff. Not like trash talking them, but funny guy.
He's a good locker room guy.
I would think so.
I think that's really much needed in the Charlotte Hornets locker room.
Yeah.
And also, don't
Ton
forget,
going on in there.
Yeah.
the vets that they have for the locker room, Plumlee, Grant Williams is coming back, Gio's favorite player.
He's so bad.
Wait, say your catchphrase.
What did I say?
Grant Williams.
He's probably better than Grant Williams.
Oh yeah.
Pat Connaughton, Colin Sexton, Dinwiddie, and don't forget, they re-signed Trey Mann, who was off on a heater last year before he got injured for the rest of the year.
He was.
So,
Well, they traded for him in the Gordon Hayward trade.
yeah.
They got some good guys, man.
Yeah.
And, you
Remember,
know-
Pat Connaughton's a champion. He was in that rotation for
Yeah.
the Bucks.
Well, he's washed, but
Yeah, he is,
Yeah, he's a
unfortunately.
champion.
I will say, this is, again, Diabate there at center is kind of a question mark. Look out for their second-round pick, Ryan Kalkbrenner. 7-foot center out of Creighton. If you watched Creighton during the tournament, Kalkbrenner was easily their best player on the glass and scoring. The offense ran through him. Of course, being 7 foot from Creighton helps a lot too, because Creighton are known for their tall, big men. Also, a lot of white guys as well.
It's just very white guy based with him.
But I see Ryan Kalkbrenner, if he does get minutes or if he's in the G League, he can come up and he'll probably win that starting spot probably in the second half of the season.
you think so?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think Kalkbrenner's you're gonna
I was gonna say something. I'm not gonna say it though.
why?
Nothing. I'll tell you.
What are you
After,
gonna say?
I'll tell you during the break.
Well, I could tell you something. I wholeheartedly disagree because that is the one player y'all need to watch for.
This
Who?
guy right here, Diabate.
Musa Diabate.
Oh, I don't know.
Dude.
Probably don't know much about him.
I do, but I think Kalkbrenner, that's when they took him.
We talked about Jeremy Lin earlier in this episode. Musa Diabate had a run in like earlier on in the winter. Dude, he was getting like 15 points and like 17 rebounds.
Yeah, he was.
He is a dog. And the fact that him and Trey Mann, I think are making a combined $5 million
Oh wow.
this year alone.
Yeah.
It's a great contract.
I'm not hating on Diabate at all. I just think for what Charlotte drafting for this guy, and he was the best center in day 2. And I did watch Creighton playing the tournament, and this guy, he was really good. But again, it's as it translates to the NBA. So if he's not doing good in the NBA, by all means, Diabate should start if he's doing phenomenal on the glass and scoring.
I mean, look, listen.
So-
I also want to say we can't not talk about Miles Bridges. I know you guys don't like the guy.
He's a tank.
I know you guys don't like the
I
guy,
know.
but he.
I left him for you to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is an outstanding player. We can't deny that,
Unfortunately.
right?
Yeah.
Like, bro, literally averaged, I think, what was it, like 20 points a
22,
game?
23, yeah.
He's an all-star type of player. He jumps out of the gym. He can shoot the three.
Mm-hmm.
He can shoot the mid-range. He can handle the ball even. Like, he can pretty much do it all. I mean, what is he, like 6'8"?
He's
6'8",
6'7".
6'8". Yeah, but look,
That's pretty, and he's a lefty too.
Like
so
I know he's a good
very
player.
good.
I just can't root for him because he doesn't keep his
understand.
hands to himself.
I understand.
It's true.
But we're just talking about basketball right now. And
I
these
understand
guys are
that.
ballers, man.
They all are.
These guys are ballers.
I think all 5 of these players are good. You want to know a little fun fact too about Diabate, Gio?
Tell me.
He has one of the lowest recorded body fat percentages in NBA Combine history.
Yeah,
What is it?
he's skinny.
I don't know the number,
He's skinny.
I
but
want to look it up now.
he had like one of the lowest ones.
How you
But
spell his name?
it's on his last name's on the screen. that you can
Musa?
see. Yeah, Moussa.
I also want to add, what Charlotte's pick last year to Johnny Salon. Are they giving up on this guy?
Dude, he was. I don't know what they were thinking of when drafting him. He's probably fallen out of the rotation. If I'm being honest with
Was
you.
he 6th overall last year?
2.7.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's unheard of.
Is it skinny?
2.7.
Skinny?
Do we know the
body fat
Do we know the
percentage.
validity of that number?
Well, this is coming from the combine.
Oh, okay.
NBA
so,
draft
yeah.
combine is recorded at 2.7 body fat percentage. Dude, that's like scary low.
Yeah.
Like most humans can't even function at 2.7% body fat.
So
And he
what are you
boxes
supposed
out.
to be at?
He boxes out anyway.
For him, that's okay because that's just how he was made. It's his body.
I trust
But,
NBA trainers.
For me or you or you, like if we are 2.7 body fat, it's not healthy.
It's tough, yeah.
So, anyways, back to what you're saying. I'm sorry to interrupt.
And yeah, we're talking about Tijani Salon, the pick from last year, the 6th overall pick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look,
He's
Tejan,
trash.
he was a. I think we could safely call him a bust at the end of next season. I really think the conversations need to be had on the 2 guards because their health determines literally everything.
Yeah.
because we saw both of them had season-ending injuries. I think if both of them are healthy, they can make a play-in push.
Listen, that's one of the best young backcourts in the NBA.
I don't know about one of the best.
Young backcourts.
There's probably better young backcourts. Like I'd take Castle and Harper over them.
Well, but we're saying when healthy. These two guys drop 25 plus every night.
That's
I
true.
don't think I would take Castle and Harper.
Oh, I'm 100%. I would. Even,
If healthy, I'm taking these guys.
I don't know about
At
that.
least right now, because we didn't see Harper yet.
That's true, but I like Harper's stock more. Kind of like going into it, I guess.
LaMelo Ball, when he's healthy, is one of the best point guards in the league.
Yeah, of course. We
Can
saw it
just
last
admit
year.
that? Brandon Miller, he's
Drops
injured as
25
well.
plus.
Brandon Miller
problem.
is a pure scorer.
I guess, yeah.
So it's like these guys are pretty much official when they're healthy.
They're phenomenal.
So
Yeah, I mean, look, the question is, do they stay healthy?
that is a
We
good
need
question.
to.
And
Listen,
we're banking on them not staying healthy based on where we place them. So.
Exactly.
I will say, if this season ends with another LaMelo injury where he's out 40 plus games, I think conversations need to be about trading this guy out of Charlotte. And I think that's going to be a tough conversation to have, but I think that is the reality.
Yeah.
It is time to move on if this guy's out again for 40 plus games.
You know what they should do?
What should they do, Gio?
LaMelo Ball and Zion Williamson should team up.
What, so they can play a combined 2 minutes?
I don't think I would trade Brandon Miller because
oh, no, I'm holding on to him for dear life.
yeah. LaMelo, I think you could pull the leash if he's out for 45 plus games again this
Really?
year. I would pull the leash. I
I
would
wouldn't-
give up.
You lost patience. with
Yeah,
LaMelo.
I wouldn't
give
do it.
up.
I wouldn't do it.
Me neither.
Because you're not going to get a good package for him.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that, but how many years are you going to run out LaMelo if he's going to be healthy every
He
year?
just signed an
hope
extension
he's
like
healthy.
last summer.
Oh, really?
Just gotta hope
Okay.
he's healthy.
Yeah,
that's it.
in 2023, he signed a 5-year extension.
I mean, in reality, I would not trade him.
Oh, I wouldn't either.
So, dude,
But-
what are you gonna say? Like, are you gonna stand on business? Like, what's going on here?
Look, he's got
4.
This is like after this season, he has 3 years left on his deal,
Yeah.
making 37 to 46 per year around.
I wouldn't, but I think combos would need to happen. Just preliminary.
Okay, I
See
guess.
what you can do. But
There'll probably be some rumors, but nothing's gonna happen.
It's more likely if he requests out of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Which I don't think he'll do.
no, he won't.
Because wherever you go, you're not going to get a good package, and you're probably not going to go to a contender. It's going to be another uphill battle
Right.
where your ankles are just going to get even more cooked than they already are.
I mean, I'd like to see work on the Charlotte team because there's so much potential here.
Yeah,
and
honestly.
he is the MVP of this team when healthy.
He's the engine.
Oh,
So,
he's everything.
Again,
Yeah.
but we'll have to see. It could be an interesting 1 to 2 years for LaMelo right now,
Yeah.
figuring out where he's going to stay, if it is Charlotte or go somewhere else.
This is still a team, even if they're bad.
Oh,
If
yeah.
they're all healthy and they're all playing, fun to watch. I'm watching this. I'm watching because it's LaMelo Ball. This is box office.
But he's-
Miles
Wow.
Bridges. This is box office.
Yeah, but what if they're not on the floor?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
If they're healthy. So.
But I think this is the first team we're seeing that actually has legit play-in potential.
Oh, yeah, of
You
course.
could make the argument for the Nets if Cam Thomas comes back, but I still don't
wouldn't.
buy it.
Yeah.
I think the Hornets are the only team I'll do that for.
Agreed.
And if they do somehow make it, they will get the 10 seed and they will lose by 30 plus points. That's just how it is.
I don't know, man. This might be different.
We'll have to see. That's where we'll really see what Charles Lee's made of.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, we were higher on him now than we were last year.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just have to wait and find out.
We will. How many teams we got left?
One
One.
more.
All right, let's go.
What's our time right now?
We are 47 minutes in.
Oh, crap. Okay, so it's going to be a longer episode. It's fine. Ready to get into the final team?
Let's go.
All right, we're going to team number 26. The overlay's morphing, and it is the New Orleans Pelicans.
Where did I have them?
Well, you'll find out in a moment.
Wow.
So the Pelicans, obviously, going back to last year was kind of a big, I guess, tide push for them, or I guess the year prior when they traded for CJ McCollum. They really kind of gutted out that roster and, started this new era trying to compete with Zion Williamson, and it didn't work. Obviously Zion played incredible in that playing game, and then he got injured, and you lose to OKC. I think they swept them, no?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
a bunch of what ifs. They could have won that series if Zion was healthy. We don't know. We're not going to get into the what ifs. And then this past season dealt with a lot of injuries. They were at the foot of the league for the entirety of the season. And, things didn't transpire. More players got hurt. I really hope they fired the training staff. And, we're now starting to get into questions of what do they do about Zion's future. We'll talk about that in a moment. You ready to get into some stats on the Pelicans?
Let's see it.
Here we go. So obviously, head coach is Willie Green. He's been there for a number of years. He's probably on borrowed time with this franchise, but we don't know because, a lot of stuff's been out of his control. MVP is still Zion Williamson. I don't care what anyone says. He is the key guy on this team. He's the engine. He's the one that shows up every night to do all this stuff. The key ad, I was debating between Jeremiah Fears and Jordan Poole, but I went for Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think he had a really good season in Washington last year. And I think he'll just continue this with an even better, green light, I suppose, because they're not as youth-focused in New Orleans because they have capable players that we'll get into in a bit. And their key loss being C.J. McCollum because it's C.J. McCollum.
How about Brandon Ingram?
I'll take Brandon.
He got traded during the season last year.
Oh, so that
Not
doesn't
in the
count.
off-season.
Got it.
So,
Fair.
yeah. They went 21-61 last year. That's one of their worst seasons in years.
Yeah, it's pretty
spanning
bad.
back to the New Orleans Hornets days.
Wow.
So obviously, we'll get into our rankings afterwards. Projected starting lineup is Jordan Poole at the point, Jeremiah Fears at the 2, Herb Jones at the 3, Zion at the 4, and Derek Queen at the 5. So this means that there's an odd man out, and that is Trey Murphy.
Ooh.
The bench guy right now.
So Fears is
Yeah.
projected to start,
Yeah,
Well, he's the
true
only
the
guard.
true guard.
Trey Murphy is essentially Herb Jones light.
but he can play guard.
We can, yeah, but he's more of a forward.
He is.
But, obviously this begs the question. Before we get into our rankings, Antoine, what will eventually happen with Trey Murphy?
He stays.
Oh, controversial.
I don't think he gets moved at all. I think and you see I have him 22nd. This team
Yeah.
has talent all around it. And I am high on them only if they are healthy. That's the biggest problem. Again, with Charlotte, this team is another issue.
Right.
The draft picks are great. Fears and Queen. They probably could have gotten, I think they traded up for who? Queen?
Yeah, they traded up for Queen.
And they gave up first rounder from Denver and that was an awful trade.
I love
Apparently,
Queen, by the way.
The Hawks.
I think so. It was some like swap of picks.
Again, they had Yves Missi, who had a phenomenal rookie year. I don't understand the Queen pick, but I guess it works if one is injured. But Queen is coming off a big injury, though. So I don't know if he'll start right away. Maybe Missi steps in for a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't really take into account guys that are missing the first couple
yeah.
months. Like eventually when we get to the Cavs, I'm going to put Darius Garland in there, even though he's
Yeah.
missing the first month.
Exactly. Fears, again, great player. Tyler wanted him on the Nets. Didn't get to him,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it's unfortunate.
Poole is stepping in for DeJounte Murray, who tore his
Achilles.
Achilles. Yeah, I know he tore something.
That honestly should have been the main loss, but he got
Yeah.
hurt during the season.
Yeah, DeJounte's coming off another massive injury from the broken hand. He'll be back next year. That's why Poole is there.
He tore the Achilles, not the broken hand.
No, the Achilles. Yeah, he'll be back next year. Right?
Yeah, but you said broken hand.
Oh, but that was beginning of the season.
Yeah, that was beginning, and then
Yeah.
literally
And then
like
tore
a
the
week
Achilles, yeah.
afterwards, he
It's
tore his
horrible.
Achilles.
Yeah, rough year for him, but he'll be back. And then him and Poole will run that backcourt if Poole is still there.
Hey,
Herb is back. Hopefully he's healthy this year. Knock on wood. Herb's a great player. My man, the eater. The eater.
Hey, yo.
Nom, 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 nom. Cookie
Hey,
Monster.
That's crazy.
Okay, he needs to stay on the court. All right?
Yeah.
The bench, Trey Murphy, like we just said. Either Queen, Yves Missi, Jordan Hawkins, another great role player.
He's a good role player.
Alvarado,
Yeah.
another guy.
Yeah. He's hurt right now, though.
Kevon Looney. No, he's fine.
He's
He-
okay?
Yeah, he was fine.
I thought he was hurt.
He took a fall.
He took a bad fall, but he's fine.
He's all right, yeah.
And then Kevon Looney, the vet.
Yeah.
Listen, 10 guys that have all potential and show promise in this league. That's why they're high on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Again, cohesiveness with these 10 guys, health with these 10 guys is the biggest word they should be following this season. And that's why they're high on my list. And I think they can make the play-in easily. No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, though. The West is really good.
The West is stacked.
West is stacked.
Yeah.
But look, Gio, I don't know about you. I'm super excited for the Jordan Poole Zion Williamson duo.
Oh, yeah. I was talking about that a couple months ago.
Oh,
or like
yeah.
a month ago.
I
Very excited for
This
that.
is the type of player that, like, we saw how well Poole played with Kuminga.
Yes.
Dude, Zion's like on a whole other level, baby.
Yes. Kaminga on crack. Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. Dude, it's like I'm so excited for it because he's gonna get so many more like easier looks.
Yep.
Look at the looks he got when he was playing with Steph freaking Curry.
Yeah.
Obviously, he won't get that good of looks on this team, but I think he fits in better with this roster,
saying
in my opinion.
Jordan Poole does.
Jordan Poole,
Yeah.
yes. Because look, you can play around with so many lineups. Like when DeJounte comes back, if he comes back, and then we got hurt like in January, February.
Yep.
Let's say he comes back. You could easily run out a lineup with DeJounte at the 1, sort of playmaking, and Poole can get into a shooting guard bag like when he played with Steph. Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, and Zion Williamson is a small ball lineup. That moves
It's dirty.
That moves me.
It's dirty.
The reason why I have them in 26th is because this starting 5 that you see on the screen, I think they'll all be on the court together maybe, if I'm being generous, maybe 5 or 6 times.
Wow.
That's like my main
That's
problem with this
insane.
roster.
That's insane.
I can't take the Pelicans seriously until they actually
Yeah.
stay on the floor together.
I sadly agree with that based on my ranking, 25th.
Yeah.
Um,
Talk
I
about him.
do think that Poole benefits more being on the Pelicans or playing with Zion than Zion benefits playing with Poole, even though both of them will benefit from each other.
That's
both.
true. Poole's more on ball.
Yes.
So he's going to take some looks away from Zion.
Yeah.
But that in turn can save his body a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So maybe no injuries. We'll see.
It's tough though, man.
You know, I know it is tough.
You got so many players coming back from injury. I think Herb Jones is coming back from injury. Zion's coming back from injury. Derek Queen's coming back from injury. And then both DeJounte Murray and Sadiq Bey are coming off of torn Achilles and ACLs respectively.
Dude.
Well, Steve Bay's
terrible.
playing this year, right?
He is, yeah, but he's coming off a torn ACL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really not
Rough.
reading too much into
Me
it.
neither.
Yeah.
I mean, how many minutes would he get per game anyways? It wouldn't be that much because Murphy's coming off the bench as well.
I mean,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? But look, I'm super high on Derek Queen, as you guys already knew. If you guys watched the draft live stream, I was super hyped about this pick.
Oh, yeah.
Derek Queen, I think, is, in my opinion, I know we got Han Seng. What's his name?
Hansen Yang, my
Han
guy.
Seng Yang is looking pretty good. But I think Derek Queen is the best center in this draft. I
don't know about
genuinely
that.
think that.
I would put Yang and Malawach over him.
I'm not putting him out. I think Malawach is going to be a bust.
Oh,
That's
wow.
insane. Malawach is one of the best centers
You'll
that
see.
can come out of college.
You'll see. He'll be a bust.
So you think Kaman Malawach is going to be a bust?
Yes, I do. I think
Kaman
he'll be a bust.
Malawach, congratulations on being the greatest center of all time. Let's go.
Listen, bro.
He could.
Yeah.
Derek Queen is going to be the best center in this draft.
All right.
Wow.
Han Seng Yang, he might be just as good.
Respect our
might be
glorious
just
king,
as good.
Hansen Yang.
He's tough. I seen him. He's
bro.
very, very impressive.
He's
He
good.
looks like Jokic a little bit sometimes.
He's good, bro.
And then he's going to get dunked on by Jokic, and Tom's going to be like, he's not the best center anymore.
Jokic
it's
doesn't dunk, bro.
Jokic dunked on someone today in your basket.
I did not see that.
I'll have to show you after we're done.
I'll
Yeah,
look at it.
there's videos.
But yeah, I mean, look, I think we were pretty reactionary on Jeremiah Fears in the draft.
Yeah.
What did we
Because
say?
there's so many guards.
He thought he was gonna be a bust.
Did we think that? Because
He
he's
did.
super young, right?
I said
Yeah.
Fears.
Oh, you thought
I
that?
thought
Yeah.
he would be okay.
You said Fears was the one pick that you were not happy with.
He's interesting. He
Because they have so many guards.
Yeah, but remember they're trying to trade people. Like Poole is probably a rental, for being honest.
That's insane.
We'll see how it works out. It might really fit.
I think it could, but like they're gonna prefer DeJounte, I think, because they gave
Nah.
up. They gave up so much. Do you realize
I
what they
don't
gave
care.
up for him?
I don't care. DeJounte, I think DeJounte's done, bro.
Dude, they
If I'm
gave up.
being honest.
Dude, they gave up Dyson Daniels in like a first or two.
Well,
for
Dyson
DeJounte.
wasn't working out there at all anymore.
Yeah, but still, you don't trade Dyson Daniels for DeJounte Murray.
But again, Dyson Daniels was crap on that team.
He wasn't
for
that good, yeah.
all 3 or 4 years.
He wasn't that.
there.
He wasn't that good.
He
over
was
there.
he was injured. He wasn't crap.
He showed some
injured.
promise, but he wasn't. What he is now.
Now he's
Yeah.
arguably the best defender in the NBA.
Well, yeah,
Right.
because he got out of New Orleans.
Insane, yeah. So that's why I'm
Blame
saying.
New Orleans.
So I'm saying, free my man Trey Murphy and free my man Herb Jones.
Yeah.
The two of them need to go to a team with. They need to go to a team where the training staff makes them feel wanted.
Hold on, we got to free Zion too. What do you mean? That's one of the best players in the NBA that went healthy.
Yeah, but he's just like so undurable. I feel like he'd just be injury prone his whole career. His knees and his hamstrings are cooked.
That's a cheap dunk, bro. I just saw the Jokic dunk. That's not a poster, bro. Let's
Look,
be
what?
honest.
Look, you would call it a poster if Russell
you see
Westbrook
it?
did that
Where'd you see it?
on Twitter, probably
on IG.
on IG.
Oh,
But you
alright,
if Russell
fair
Westbrook
enough.
did that, if he did that to Rudy Gobert, you'd call that a
Oh,
poster.
absolutely. It's because he's 6'3", going up against 7'1".
Doesn't matter. Jokic can't jump,
That's true.
I guess.
so it is what it is. But look, we'll have to see. The last question: does Willie Green keep his job this season?
No shot. No shot.
So I think the
I don't
other
think so.
other 4 coaches are definitely staying.
I think he's gone.
Yeah, I think Willie's done his time. I think that's it. You got to move on.
I think he gets one more year.
One more year.
One more year.
I mean, could be.
I think next year is his last chance. I think he sticks around. I think he guts it out.
Yeah.
All right.
It's possible, man.
That's fair. Yeah,
It's
it is.
possible, we'll have to just kind of play it by
If the
ear.
players are healthy and make them look good, for sure.
But if they get off to that start like they did last year, he's out of there.
Oh,
It's
yes.
not even close.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
do we have any other questions, comments, concerns regarding the Pelicans?
No, let's rock.
Let's roll, baby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us know down in the comments. Who do you think will be the worst team in the NBA this year? Let us know. Right now we have the Jazz. Let us know if you agree or not. And guys, any other thing to add on the teams before we get into the outro?
That's all for me.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of episode number 73 of the Floor Spacer podcast. Guys, it's probably a longer episode than you're used to. Usually our episodes hover around from 1 hour 40 to about 2 hours. This is probably on the end of like 2 hours 10, 2 hours 15.
Yeah.
You know what happens. The Kawhi thing really threw us off, if we're being honest.
For sure.
So,
Had
Gio.
me slumped.
Yeah, he was low-key fighting the Z's.
He
But
hates, because Gio hates trees.
Whoa.
Gio, yeah, you really do, Gio. But Gio,
Yes.
G of the week. And what's the word for the people to comment at home?
G of the week.
Your jersey.
Absolutely. How about we go with my brother in Christ, Brock Purdy? Am I peeking?
Nah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, what was that about? All of a sudden I heard like feedback.
Wait, can I
Yeah.
call Brock Purdy when I want to call him?
No, please don't.
Oh, okay.
What were you gonna call him?
I'll tell you after.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know.
I always say big blank Brock.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, now they understand.
So yeah. Shout out to Brock Purdy. That's my G of the week. He's gonna have an insane game this Sunday.
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Seahawks.
Oh, you're going to get whooped.
No, we're not.
Sam Darnold revenge tour. Tyler
Sam Darnold's so bad, bro. Anyways, and
Yeah.
then word. The word.
First word that comes to mind.
Printer. Because that printer was running today. And
Yes,
it had
sir.
us stalled for a good like 15 minutes.
Yeah, we were like low-key delayed. I'm
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah, we were. That kind of ruined it, too.
So, but it's all right. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's hot as hell in here.
It
Bro,
is.
I'm sweating bullets right
I'm
now.
roasting.
We're going to open that door right after this.
Oh, we're opening the windows too.
And the windows.
We're opening everything. But yeah, obviously, we were a little bit discombobulated today with the show. We apologize for that. Things seemed all over the place. It's a little bit of a tester one for us. We've been so accustomed to doing tier lists and rankings.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, look. It's definitely not like it was a year ago. We've improved
Yeah.
a lot.
We're flowing.
So obviously next week will be a lot tighter, a lot more compact. We have teams 25 to 21 next week. So these guys will find out as soon as we're done recording, and then we'll begin our prep. We'll keep an eye out for anything else in the news. We've postponed shower thoughts, and congratulations to PJ Washington on a contract extension. We just didn't have time to talk about it
Yeah.
today.
We could have briefly talked about it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could have.
The Hornets, right?
Maybe next week. He's on the
Back.
Mavericks.
I'm lost.
Yeah,
I'm back in like 2021,
PJ's back.
bro.
Signed the extension with like Gafford did. They're locked in for 3-4 years now.
Wasn't he traded for Gio's favorite player, Grant Williams?
It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
Graham
Yeah.
Williams is so bad.
Yeah.
Who's better, Rudy Gobert or Grant Williams?
Oh my God! Don't ask me that question.
hold
Can
on.
we end the episode on that?
No, we're not. But yeah, so we'll keep an eye out on news and stuff. Shower thoughts will resume next week if there's not as much news going on. I have a really good question too. I'm bummed that I couldn't say it today.
So PJ locked in for 4-year, 90 mil.
Bro, we're gonna cover it next
cover
week.
it next
Take
week.
it easy, huh?
That's
Next
all
week,
I'm
take
saying.
it easy. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Get us to 8K by the start of the NBA season. If you're on, hit the bell. That way you're notified every single time we're uploading, which is every day. If you're on Spotify audio platforms, give us 5 stars. Answer the polls. Leave a review. All that good stuff. Follow our socials at Floor Spacer Pod on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Personal socials are down here on the screen. The rest in the description. Get my guy Giovanni to 1 million Instagram followers. Obviously, our Discord servers in the pinned comment below. Go join it. Go do all that good stuff. Make sure you verify as well. And yeah, guys, is there anything else we have to say before we head on out here for the week?
I think we're good to go, bro.
You're good, Antoine? You
We're
good?
Rock.
All right.
We're
Well,
rocked.
we hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. We love you all endlessly. Me and Antoine do not like Nico Harrison, but Gio evidently does. Gio's going back to hibernate under his rock with Patrick Starr, and we will see you all next week in episode 74. Peace out.
Peace.
I hope he fires you.